Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Manny. I'm with Good Dog Press, and tonight I'm going to be doing page 8 of the book, The Unbreathable Skunk Girl. It is a pinup, so there will be no spoilers given to you tonight. And tonight I am joined by Tank Ferret of Tank Ferret Art.
Thank you
Say
for
hello.
having me, Manny.
Oh, anytime. You know that.
I
Uh,
do appreciate it.
I heard a good word that Cross will be coming later. I
I
think
hear
he's
the
out.
same rumor.
I think he's out there trying to gin up some support for us, which is cool. I love that about Cross. Very good man. All right, I thank you if you guys are coming back from last night. We had a great night last night. We did a Chitara. I thought they was going to do Chitara on the big show tonight, but nothing happened. I was like very disappointed. It would have been cool.
How did your guitar turn out? I didn't get to see that. I went to bed.
Oh, geez, I gotta go look for it now.
No, no worries then.
I'll guarantee have it before the night is over. Okay,
Did you
why can't
draw along with tonight's drawn and quartered?
No, I was actually doing a special drawing, and I'll put it up
Ah,
on the screen right now for everybody to see. This is gonna be a how do you guys like that?
ooh,
So I expect to have a critique by Mr. Rick. Yeah, I
I
did this
love
today. I
it.
figured I'll give him a little bone for him to put up, when he goes on his live stream. He can put this up for people while he's waiting.
Heck yes.
Like a little screensaver like I have for my screensaver. I just whipped this up today. I was listening to his stream, and when John was talking to him, they were going through some of the characters. So I went on DeviantArt looking for what kind of characters he had, and I found that kind of demon-looking people up in the corners. They look kind of cool. So I said, I wouldn't mind drawing these today. So when the drawn and quarter was going on, I was furiously coloring this. So this color job was in, however, it took that drawn and quarter 3 hours. Let's whip this up in 3 hours.
All right.
Yep. So it's, I mean, I could fool around with the colors a little bit more, but it's good enough for now, I think. Awesome.
It looks great.
Well, thank you. So that will be there for Mr. Rick to critique. He said, I am here. He must be in the chat.
Oh.
Maybe he must be a little shy tonight. I'm pretty sure you have the link, Rick. Oh man. So what are you going to be working on tonight, Tank?
I am actually I'm kind of on break right now.
Oh,
Just doing a little research,
cool.
doing some language research and whatnot, because there's a part in the prologue for 2065 Retribution where somebody is speaking Chinese, and I don't want the reader, unless they read Chinese or speak Chinese per se, if it were like a film, to understand what they're saying.
Okay.
But I want it to be authentic. So I have to look up the translation, and then I got to go send that to an editor who speaks English and Chinese fluently, and they'll come back to me and say, uh, this is what it says, and this is the English translation of what it says, and it's a little back and forth process, but
Okay.
it'll be some genuine Chinese in my comic if someone begs for their life.
uh, Cross, I gave you the link again. It's in your Twitter. Yes I did, Cross. Oh, so have you been a busy day doing that things today, Tank?
It has been a busy day today. Um, I have redrawn the
Got it.
same. I've redrawn the same page maybe a dozen times today, and it's a combat scene that has
Uh-oh.
10 frames in the page.
Wow.
Okay, there we go. That's better. Don't have two different versions coming in my ears.
Hey Rick, how you doing, bud?
Good. Yourself?
I'm doing pretty decent, thank you.
Nice piece, Manny.
Thank you, sir. I'm surprised that you like it.
Just
Here comes the criticism, people. He's gonna rip it apart.
gonna transform into Triumph the Insulting Dog, and he goes, "Yeah, that's a nice piece.
Yeah,
It's
that's a
really
nice
really
So
piece,
far,
nice.
the
It's
man.
good.
characters are
It's
accurate.
good. For me to
Yeah,
poop on."
it's okay. It's okay, Manny. But this is not the right color, and this is not this, and this is not that.
Oh, then again, actually, I know where you might have got that one for the Canadian Shield that you got there. That's probably an older version,
No, 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 no. Okay.
or
What
just
what I
your.
what I did was I looked at your design, and I don't like the full mask because if he's a Hulk character, you want to see him grit his teeth. That's why I
Yeah,
give him a half mask.
yeah.
So I
Well, he's Hulk character in build, not in attitude.
Yeah, but I figured, I mean, you want to see his teeth. I mean, that the mask really takes away from the character. You can't, I mean, it works for Spider-Man, it works for Spawn, but I think your character needs to show his teeth and show him shouting and stuff. Just my interpretation. Okay?
Yeah.
My
Well, see,
interpretation.
he's not going to be shouting too often either. So
He's got to shout, man. All superheroes shout. All superheroes got to grind their teeth sometimes.
I don't know the lack of human feature like a mouth is kind of intimidating. It's a little I gotta side with Rick on this one. I do like this, but
yeah,
as I imagine him with a blank face, it's all in the expression. So if the guy's scowling at you, you're like, dude, this guy's angry. If he's just having a bad day, everybody thinks he's angry.
He's an angry man.
Angry Man! New from
Angry
Swanson's
man.
Angry Man Dinners. It comes with a taste of bitter disappointment.
Uh, how do you like my Canadian Wonder?
good. I like that. Like I said,
Okay,
everything else is perfect.
I changed it. I updated it. You had a 40s version. I made a modern version.
yeah,
Notice I changed the bodice. I changed the tiara. I changed her boots. I changed the
yeah,
gauntlets. I gave her a sword.
yeah.
It's my character now, buddy. You have no rights to this character. You have the
I have
you
rights
you
to
have the
the.
40s version. I have the 2000 version. I mean, maybe she'll appear in Skunk Girl.
Yeah, you can let her appear in Skunk Girl. I don't care.
I'm not
I,
gonna
I just,
use I'm not gonna
I,
use Canadian Wonder. I'll think of some other name for
you can
That's
use. Hey, I'm giving you permission to use that name.
her. No, I don't. I've got to come up with
If you
something
want,
else.
if you want it to use it, you know. Like I
Canadian.
well,
said, it was. I don't. It was a time when I was, as I said this morning, when I was doing it, I was just trying to come up with a whole bunch of different versions of make major DC characters into Canadian versions, give them Canadian
Yeah,
looks.
that's why mine's is we called Canadian Maiden.
That sounds good.
Oh,
like
the
American Made from The Tick.
exactly, exactly,
I love it. Got a big old maple
exactly.
leaf crown.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, dude, that's a great character. Dude, you got to make her awesome.
Well, look at her. She looks awesome already. And
She
actually,
does.
Yeah.
I mean,
All I can say is,
It's Rick's idea. I just expanded upon it. So Rick, you will
well,
have
it's always
I love the multiverse,
co-created.
and I'm always going to argue for the multiverse. And here's the thing. If anybody wants to use any character they see in any one of my stories, come to me, give me your proposal. Let's work out my version of the character for the multiverse. And as long as they're not headlining, they're yours. You can play with them with that version, and then we can establish a multiverse. We can actually draw the connection between our universes. This is why I have alternate theaters in my comics
Yeah.
instead of alternate comics, right? And it uses the alternate logo. I talked to Peter Samiti. got his blessing really. And it goes back to that reference page where it's like, oh, Alterna Theaters based off of Alterna Comics, copyright Alterna Comics. Here's here's website, simple links, website, Facebook, so on and so forth. And like, oh, dude, I'm getting a lot of really cool properties in my comic by doing that, by saying, hey, in my multiverse, this is what they are. Do you agree with that? Do you like that? And they're like, most people I've come to have said, yeah, I love it. I've only had one person that was like, no, no, I want money. And I was like, I'm just kind of plugging you in the background and leaving you on a reference sheet. I'm not paying to have to plug somebody.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm game that if you want to put any of my characters in your comic book, just don't make them part of the SJW crew.
They're gonna be all SJWs.
What if like it's like Earth 3, man,
Yeah.
Earth 3 had the crime syndicate instead of the Justice League.
Well, I've already got sort of made, but they
What if
weren't gonna.
Manny's universe Captain Canada voted for Trudeau?
Mhm.
Yeah, but there's only one problem. He wouldn't have voted. He wasn't around to vote yet.
Oh
He
my
hadn't got
goodness.
put into the present yet.
Did I do your
But
demons okay, Rick?
oh yeah, religion. Just not the only thing that I'm not sure
Oh,
about
here it
religion.
comes, KG. Here it comes.
The only small thing that I'm not sure about religion, I think the Ankh is supposed to be on the other side.
No, that's what you had on DeviantArt.
Okay, well,
Yeah. So
like I said,
Aren't you
I just,
glad it's digital and you can just mirror tool that?
yeah, exactly. Huh. Let me see if I can do that right now for
Same
you.
thing with like the face. It's like, oh, okay, it's digital. Shazam! Just like you wanted it, boss.
yeah. But like I
Okay.
said, I'm not sure offhand. I could be wrong. If Manny said, I'd have to look up my stuff to be 100% sure, you know.
You should
But
know by now. Come on.
I got like 400 characters. Come on, give me a break.
He likes it,
Oh.
Manny. He's nitpicking. When they
Oh,
start
wah,
nitpicking, they
wah,
already like it.
wah, 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 wah. Okay, people. Magic of digital. Here we go.
But don't worry about it.
Here
Here,
we
actually, you know what? Give me a sec. Before you do anything, I'll check it out. I've got all this
He's
stuff on
doubting
my.
himself, people. He is doubting himself.
You see, Rick, if you check it now and it turns out it was right the whole time, then we don't have the joy of watching Manny switch it back. Do it, Manny, go!
I'm already doing it. Almost there. Dun, dun, dun. Too late, Rick. Changed it. You can't come back. Pounce. You guys all heard it. Rick said it's going to be like this from now on.
Hey,
Forever.
I also said I could be wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong.
You are wrong, sir.
Cross, did you um, draw along with tonight's Drawn and Quartered Pro Edition?
No, I did not because I thought I'm going to be on here and I can draw Skeletor on here.
Cool.
That's a pretty good idea.
That's awesome. Everybody out there want to see Cross do Skeletor? Because I'm just going to draw Skunk Girl. Sorry. I've been drawing for the last 3 hours, people, as you guys can see. Actually, I haven't been drawing. I've just been coloring. I've been coloring this thing. I did the black and whites earlier, and then I just was coloring crosses.
I have done, yeah, I've done Skeletor a couple times
Cross,
before.
I'm going to send you this so you can put this up on your screen before you start your shows.
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, Manny.
I mean,
It's
seriously.
on this.
I mean, this would be good for your shows. Put it on your whatever digital thing that you use, and
Yeah,
have that before you start your show. Then you can take this off after 10 seconds and start your show. I
yeah,
mean, same thing like how I start my shows. I mean, I start all my shows with this, so
yeah,
it's a good thing for you to start off with. You know, advertising, advertising, advertising. Rick.
yeah.
Always put
Well,
your
I've
name out
already
there.
most of my videos after the fact have a brand in the corner, Cross Comics.
True, but you notice when somebody
Yeah,
comes to your videos, what is the first thing they're gonna see on your
yeah,
video? Now with this screensaver, gonna hit
yeah,
them right in the face. It's gonna smash them. You got Canadian Shield. That's your main focus. That's your man. Okay,
yeah,
don't forget about it. Then you got your other cool characters. You got the sexy women around your Canadian Shield. Now people are gonna ask you, who are these characters? Who's the demon?
yeah,
Who's the demon girl? Who's the Wonder Woman lookalike? They're gonna ask you questions now.
yeah.
Get that
Although
stuff out there.
religion, I have a bio for. Canadian Wonder, I don't. Air, I don't. And Illumina, I don't either.
But I mean, it don't have to be long. You can just say, I created this about 5 years ago, and I was thinking of this power and that power, and she's gonna be a
Yeah,
villain, she's gonna be a hero, and that's good enough. This
yeah. Well,
if
I know
you
one thing about Illum. Sorry.
you need to punch him in 2 sentences. Don't
Yeah,
don't don't have to give him the whole origin. Just punch him exactly.
yeah.
Hey, what's Canadian Shield all about? He's a Hulk-like character, Hulk strength. Boom, good enough.
He's a man
Protector
out
of
of
man,
time.
protector of man. Man out of time. Boom, done. Be excited. I'm excited about your character. How's that?
Yeah,
That's kind of crazy. I'm supposed to be promoting Skunk Girl, and I'm promoting Canadian Shield because I believe in Canadian Shield. I believe
yeah,
in this character. You should be the same way, Rick.
yeah. Well, trust me, I am excited about my characters. The only thing is, for me, I've been doing my characters for like 30 years. Well, maybe not quite all of them, but. And it's not that I'm any less excited. I've had a lot of disappointments over the years, to say it nicely.
Oh, don't say anything. Don't ever say what happened in the past is in the past. Just look for the future. You got Adrian
Yeah, yeah.
coming every single day
I
watching you. You got Pope Raven coming to watch you every single day.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
You
sorry.
got Pope Rogue watches you. I mean, they don't
yeah,
come here every single
yeah,
day to hear about the past. They want to hear your future and where
yeah,
Canadian Shield is going. Where's Cross
yeah.
Comics going? Okay, that's what you gotta
Yes,
think about.
I get all that, and I'm just saying sometimes the past can hinder you.
Yes, yes,
Just
we know.
nicely.
Yes, but just look on the bright side. You got people giving you fan art. People are
Yeah,
watching you every morning, every night. They want
yeah,
to see where you're going with these characters. Trust me, or they
yeah,
wouldn't be
yeah.
here. So
True.
come on, chat. Give him an F. Give him an F. Give him an F. He needs an F. Give
Yeah,
Rick
I
Uh,
an
got
F.
the chat.
I'll give you an F.
Canadian Chad, Canadian Wonder Woman. I call her Canadian Wonder.
See what Adrian said. Move on from the disappointment. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I'm
he's
not
right.
saying that. I'm not saying that I'm not, and I'm trying. And it can be hard. And
Well, uh,
and
everybody in the chat, everybody listen to my voice. We all been there. We all done
yeah,
that. We've all had bad stuff happen. Life is
yeah,
not going to be a bowl of cherries. We all know that. So let's
yeah,
just throw out the
yeah,
pits and enjoy the fruit. Let's move on.
yeah.
So let me
I
I'm
get
not
like
trying
that.
to be
Throw
a
out the
devil.
pits and enjoy the fruit. I like that.
exactly. Come on. So let's
Yes,
go to the chat. We're gonna go to the chat.
I'm not
Pope
trying to be a
Raven,
downy
Pope Raven, stop deleting your messages. That is not cool. Rizzy Toxic Fan Lee said, "Howdy, y'all. Howdy, Rizzy. Hail Raven. Hail Pope Rogue 2. Okay. Cross Comics says, Hi. Pope Raven again deleted his message, her message. Uh, Cross Comics, I am here. Yes, you are. Rizzy says, I hope I'm saying it right. Rizzy said, Hi, Cross. Mighty Geek said, Malin didn't win tonight. No, Malin was not good tonight. Sorry. Kanan killed it in the story. There's no denying that.
Yeah,
Kanan
I had
killed
to
it.
vote for Matt. I know Matt personally.
hmm But I mean, still, yeah, I mean, there was. I usually vote for whoever's the best one, and Kanan got my vote tonight. Couldn't
Yeah,
go with anybody else. Ethan was good, but he wasn't great tonight. Kanan, Kanan took it. All right, Cross Comics, good dog. Here I am. Send link. Pope Rogue. Can you ever shut up, Raven? By the way, hi, Tank. Your number one fan, Tank.
Hey, hey, hey.
Mighty Geek. Manny. Rick is in the chat.
She's not deleting her messages. Your son put her in a timeout.
Cross Comics. No link. Manny
Yeah.
said, get in here. Uh, Bob the Pope Yo said, hi, people. I can't use audio. I'm in a train and I forgot my headphones. Cross Comics. Send on Twitter.
Yeah.
Mighty
You
Geek
can just ignore
Studios.
them.
Tank said, have you been practicing your sneaky techniques? Tank, have you been sneaking around on us that we don't know about?
Yeah,
And
it was hilarious.
I was just informed by Skunk Girl that the messages weren't deleted. Pope Rogue, you do not put people in timeout until I tell you to. I will take away your wrench. I am
Or unless they're
serious.
acting very naughty
Yeah,
and
she
your
was
dad's not
not
seeing it.
acting naughty at all.
And we exercise freedom of religion here.
Yes, I will take away that wrench.
I'm really trying hard not to laugh because it's
Laugh.
not funny,
Yeah.
but it's hilarious.
Bob the Popio said, gotta left. I guess he meant gotta leave. It's useless without audio. Those characters look extra good. Cool. Mighty Geek Studios. Rick, Manny has a point. Throw away the pits and eat the fruit. Okay? John Dillard. John Dillard is right here. He's got his wrench.
Uh-oh.
KG. Hail Maniacs. Hail KG. Thank you, KLG. Pope Rogue, that will teach you a lesson. The big dog will teach you a lesson, little rogie. Joshua Hughes. Hey, I heard this was the drawn and quartered after party. So where are you people? And how is this the D and Q after party? It's gonna get there. Okay. What's gonna happen is here's just a little sneak. Look at that. What you see on the bed. I see it's gonna be a good pinup tonight, guys. Stick around for that.
In the beginning of Skeletor.
Well, you guys can either look at Rick's stuff with Skeletor, or you can look at a beautiful woman on a bed with Stank, and Stunk.
Or you can look at my Skeletor.
Oh yes, we'll be looking at all of our drawings.
Yes, I decided to draw along tonight with the time limit, and I had a little fun. Unfortunately my brush pen needs a new nib, so I didn't even get to use it. So it's really weak on the deep blacks. Not too bad. This one's like, haha, at last, now I have the power.
Are you gonna do Castle Grayskull or Snake Mountain behind that?
Oh, hold on. Yeah. I just kind of like did it, just kind of like ethereally into the background.
Yeah. I've seen how you work, and people, you guys just gotta wait. Be patient.
Mm-hmm.
It comes together, and you guys are gonna be blown away.
Oh yeah, I need to work on getting faster.
That's the one thing with Tank. He is sneaky. You think, oh, that's it, and then 2 days later, you see what he did. I'm like, oh my god, that is awesome.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that first Skeletor you did just blew me away. I'm like, oh, that was it? That first night? Yeah, that was only the first night. 2 nights later, oh my god, that was awesome.
Speaking of which, I still haven't offered up my Lobo from the fan edition because I keep debating whether or not I'm actually going to just go in and like spend another 20-30 minutes adding some deep blacks to it or not.
Oh my goodness. I bet it would be
and make it pop, you know?
Oh yeah.
I was like, dang, if I had started inking like 15-20 minutes earlier.
I know.
But hey, that's a lesson learned though. It's a
Yes.
lesson learned
Yes.
that sometimes your pencils don't overwork your pencils. I mean, that's something that artists do a lot. They overwork their pencils, and it's like, no, just get your foundation in there and then come back across confidently with the ink.
True that.
You know, if you're not confident on your initial pencils, start working in blue, do a blue pencil sketch first, and then do a normal graphite pencil sketch on top of that. It helps.
Yes. It really
Also
does.
helps to practice with an unforgiving pen, like something that's got a good, solid, consistent line, not like a ballpoint pen because you can play with those. You know, something that's unforgiving, like you just barely nick the paper and you left a memory. That'll clean up your pencils fast. Help you
Yes.
block in your shapes.
Okay, be
Awesome.
back in half a sec.
So
I gotta
when you
find.
block in your blacks, when you go back, do you go back and white out some of the blacks?
Sometimes I do. Like right now, I'm actually getting really pitifully low on fine white because I use a couple of different whites. I've got the standard Bic whiteout shake and squeeze correction pens, the little
Mm-hmm.
minis.
Mm-hmm.
I like the minis because they're easy to fit in the hand and they don't they're easy to store.
Cool.
I know that they're not as cost efficient as the larger ones, but whatever. I'll pay extra for the
Cool.
plastic.
Awesome.
And then I use the Jelly Roll brand gel pens, the white.
Cool.
And I also use a water soluble acrylic paint as well.
Wow. Cool. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
today's drawing that you see up on the screen for me, this is a rarity. I actually did all this traditional. You know,
wow, really?
I did the color digital, but this was all, you know, Sharpies, Sharpies and Pigmas.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
dope sauce, man.
I didn't use any whiteout on this at all, believe it or not. It was like, yeah, usually I don't go traditional, but for this one I did traditional.
It's funny. There's kind of two different schools when it comes to using whiteout. There's the traditional art anything goes rules that I use.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back and forth with black and white sometimes. Um, just so I can like work in like super fine detail and like if my hand shakes the tiniest bit, I've messed it all up. I got to go back and fix it again. And then there's the Joe Kubert method, which Joe Kubert school of drawing, is like if you draw a bad panel in your comic, cut the panel out, put a new piece of paper in there, and draw a new panel in.
Mm,
Um, don't you ever use whiteout to fix a funky line. Just redraw the whole panel. And if that panel's integral to the whole page, then you have to redraw the whole page. And it's like, yeah, no, it all depends. Like if you're doing, like when I'm doing a piece that's a display piece,
mm-hmm.
um, I will be very careful about how I use the black and white. And if I use the black and white, it's often because I'm also trying to pull out subtle gray tones
Cool.
that are just like where it's not fully white, right? And I'm very careful about it. I'm very, very, very tidy about how I use white. But if it's like for a production piece, for something that's just going to get scanned and then taken through a threshold and then softened up a little, then have its edges softened up so that way it's ready for digital coloring. I go crazy. I go crazy. It doesn't matter. I'll slop it on there. It'll be all lumpy and textured and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've never used whiteout yet on my drawings, but for me, it's like I'll do the pen and ink. You know, like today I did traditional. So if I do have to clean it up after I scan it in, I'll just clean it up on digital. But I was surprised that when I looked at this, I'm like, that's good enough. I don't need to rework the pencils today. I mean, the inks. I was
Odd,
surprised.
oddly enough, I didn't start using whiteout until a few years ago when I was at an art gallery in Los Angeles, and I went to go see this was like maybe 5-6 years ago. I went to go see Bill Sienkiewicz and David Mack. No, it couldn't have been that long ago. Maybe 4 years ago or so. But Bill Sienkiewicz and David Mack had a gallery showing. They were showing off one of David Mack's new art books, and it was actually really incredible. And here's the sad thing, man. Bill Sienkiewicz used to be this really nice guy before he went crazy when Trump got elected. Like, yeah, he would argue left-wing politics with you, but he would do it as a sane, rational being. Now he's like, drawing people's heads in targets, and sad because the guy is just insanely phenomenal as an artist. Like, he's got this surreal, unique style. I'm just gonna say nobody draws Warlock better than Bill Sienkiewicz. From New Mutants.
Right, right.
Like, nobody captured how crazy abstract that character really is as well as he did, and captured that geometry, just with some simple white lines and white boxes and just a flat black. But yeah, I got to see some of Bill Sienkiewicz's work up close that I had seen as black and white scans and prints and stuff like that. I actually got to see the originals. And this dude, like, he is straight, no holds barred when it comes to art. Like, he will use anything, any way that he can try and get the effect that he wants to get, he's going to use it. So when he does black and white, there's like whiteout pen and Sharpie and fancy ink and fancy pen nibs and more Sharpie and more whiteout, and it's just like, bam! Look at this. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you didn't soil yourself.
Okay, I'm back. Wasn't able to find what I was wanting.
Everybody was missing you.
I cried.
We were so worried about you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, let me try to catch up with this chat, Tank, and we'll get right back to
Oh,
you,
yes.
Sinkovich. Man, I was only halfway through. I mean, there's so much chat tonight. Oh man, where did I leave off?
Chatty Cathy's, you say?
Yes. Very
After
chatty.
party?
After party, yeah. Oh, that's way up there. Wow. Holy smokes.
What?
Okay, Joshua Hughes at Pope Rogue. Did you censor our Pope? Yes, he did, and I have threatened to take away that wrench. Pope Rogue said yes for doing horrible things. I will be the judge of the horrible things on my channel, Pope Rogue. Joshua Hughes. Pope Rogue, what did you do? Manny said, no censoring, Rogue. Joshua Hughes, Pope Rogue, what horrible things. The unbreathable Skunk Girl, who is the master of Pope Rogue, said, use the power of the wrench wisely, buddy, at Pope Rogue. Pope Raven said, hi. Pope Raven said, I'm back. I'm getting the dirty look from Pope Rogue right now.
Just remember the wise words of Uncle Ben to Peter Parker. With great power comes great responsibility.
Okay.
I was going to say that I can feel the stink eye from here.
Yes. Pope Rogue said, how was your time out? Facetiously. Joshua Hughes said, Pope Rogue, what did Pope Raven say that was so horrible? Pope Raven was probably just speaking the truth. Raven is better than Starfire. And Pope Raven also probably said Gambit is greater than Rogue. Okay, if she said that, Banner. Pope Raven said, it was great. Thank you. Pope Rogue said, do you think about what you said? Wow. Pope Raven said, no. I think I need another timeout. No more timeouts. No more timeouts. Keep this
The great thing is, Manny, too, what you can do, although I don't think you can do it for everybody to see, for any timeout stuff with messages redacted, you can go over them in the chat and unredact to see what they said.
Right, but that was kind of a long time ago. All right. Chad,
Yeah, I'm not saying you want to do it to see, but just to see what you redacted, not to read.
stop cutting my line.
Sorry.
Chad Milton said, "Hello, Manny and stream. Hello, Chad. Nice to see you tonight.
Hey, Chad.
Aren't you going to say, hey, Chad, Rick?
Sure. Hey,
Yeah,
Chad.
Rick.
Come on, Rick. You got to relate to your boys. Come on."
Oh, hi,
Okay.
Chad.
Adrian said, "Hey, guys. Hey, Adrian." Pope Raven said, "Hi, Adrian." Adrian said, "Yo, Pope Raven." Chad Middleton said, "Canadian Wonder Woman." Yes, it is called the Canadian Wonder. Well, mine's is called Canadian Maiden, but, but I might
I
change.
might take that.
You gonna take my damn name? So,
Yeah.
That is a good name.
I know. I said it first. It's mine. Plus,
And
that's
what's great is that makes it a double derivative,
hmm
which actually in turn makes it a triple derivative since it's a derivative of a derivative.
No, I'm just confused.
That's what we call parody hell.
Oh man, it's like looking into a never-ending
It's like this
TV
character's
screen.
more this character's more in depth than Inception.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I really do. I dig on the character. I think Canada needs some awesome characters. And
Yeah.
Rick, you should work with Manny on developing this character because he's got some good ideas.
She needs to be in one of Canadian Shield. I mean, she needs to be in Canadian Shield. She needs to be there, man. You got to get her in there. Need some little
Well,
sex appeal to your characters. Okay,
well,
so
I've got a female Canadian character that I'm gonna be bringing in called Major Canada at some point.
does Major Canada look as sexy as Canadian Maiden?
Uh, Supposed to.
Ah, yeah, maybe you'll give me the sketches and I'll spruce it up. I mean, I am going to be the Frank Cho of Comicsgate. You guys all know that, right? You know the
Works
SJWs are
for
going
me.
to they're going to come after me hard, people. So you guys might see the rise of Manny being skewered every single day on Twitter. Okay, Pope Rogue. That is basically what it is. I guess Canadian Wonder Woman. Joshua Hughes said, "Good Dog Press, you should give Pope Raven a wrench so Pope Rogue can't censor him." I thought it was a her. Or are you biased?
Ooh, did you just assume a Pope's gender?
That's why I said it could be him or her. We don't know. We do know that John Dillard is the father of Pope Rogue. Pope Raven. Sorry. Too many popes.
And Booster is my hetero man crush.
Ooh. Pope Raven said Canadian Shield is low T soy boy, SJW, white knight, incel. You gonna take that, Rick?
Canadian Shield is none of those things.
Took
Canadian
you,
Shield's a
it took you
nice
quite
guy.
a while to fight back. I mean, that's fighting words. If somebody said that about Skunk Girl, I'd be on that. Like stink on a skunk, I guess.
Oh, see, I just showing the Canadian Shield's personality. He won't take no guff, but well, he takes guff, but he's slow to anger. He won't mess you up easily. You have to do something to really piss him off.
Well, he's a pretty deep big dude. You don't need to be pissed off. Okay.
So what you're saying is that Canadian Shield is cool. He's got permafrost running through his veins, and he's a good guy with his heart of Yukon gold.
He's calm, cool, and collected. But
Cool.
when you take him off, when you do something that he thinks is wrong,
Speaking of Canada, one of my favorite radio shows growing up, of course, it was a radio show long before I was ever born, was Sergeant Klondike of the Yukon.
uh,
It's an
Says,
old time Canadian radio show,
yeah,
radio theater.
yeah. I know we no, no, what am I thinking? We had a TV series about a Mountie. Somebody of the I forget. Oh,
Yeah,
no, I'm not thinking
he was,
Dudley Do Right.
but yeah, Sergeant Klondike of the Yukon, he was a Mountie. He was
Yeah,
the Canadian Lone Ranger.
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt the chat flow, Manny. I
No,
just
no,
had
no,
a
no,
fun
no, no,
fact.
no. That's good. That's good. Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, what are you supposed to do to get to the people that are in the chat for the wrenches and stuff?
What to give them a wrench?
Yeah. Am I supposed to click on the start Hangouts on air, or what am I supposed
Yeah.
to?
Bring up. All you have to do is bring up the chat.
Yeah, I don't got the
Uh,
chat on my thing again.
yeah. Bring up the chat somehow for your stream.
By going to the events page.
Well, no, like just go to
Chat
you.
somehow for your stream.
Uh, I was just gonna say, you gotta tell her to turn the volume down because it's reverberating in our ears,
Who's that?
man. I think that's your
Uh,
wife,
Echo, echo,
yeah,
echo.
Skunk Girl, you need to turn off your. You need to put headphones in. Turn off the sound.
or just put headphones in.
Yeah, headphones, Skunk Girl. No, but serious. How do you do it
Yeah.
again?
Like if you go to YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
bring up your stream that we're doing right now
Mm-hmm.
with the chat in it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just go beside their name with the three dots.
No, how do I bring up
Click.
the chat? I don't have the chat in the YouTube thing.
Yeah, open up YouTube.
Yeah, I got the YouTube, the events thing. I'd have it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you can just go into edit
Oh,
or
edit.
live control room. If
And
you
the
go into
live.
edit at the top, there'll be live control room too.
There it is. Thank you, sir.
No problem.
I knew it was there. I just couldn't find it. Ah, now let me see. What am I going to do? Boop. Little Rogi, you have company
So,
today, little Rogi.
so Manny,
Yes.
I'm looking at these because in my I'm not looking at the chat. I'm looking at the heads up feed for the Google Hangouts, and I see this picture of Skunk Girl right next to Scalpel Zero, and I'm thinking, man, we have got to do a crossover with these beautiful ladies.
Of course. Of course. Why would I not do that?
Of course, I use that term ladies to just refer to their gender, not
Mm-hmm.
their moral compass.
Cool. Do you have a mic, Skunk Girl? I hear nothing.
Phone should have a built-in mic, I would think.
No, I think she's on her laptop.
Well, even that I think would have a built-in mic. I could be
Yeah.
wrong because I use my laptop.
It has to have a mic. I mean, we was hearing the chat.
Yeah, hearing us. Yeah,
Yeah. But she's not saying anything. She's being awfully quiet.
maybe she accidentally turned the mic down to.
I'm here.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Can you
Hello,
hear me
Skunk.
now?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can,
can.
Skunk
Indeed.
Girl.
Hello, Skunk Girl.
Hello.
How are you
Oh,
this evening? Morning for me, but evening for you.
she's not saying anything.
She's probably waiting to the best time to talk. That's
Uh,
what the hard thing is learning with this best
uh,
time to talk, so you don't
she, al-
talk
she,
over each other.
she always tells me she don't understand our jokes. It goes over her head.
I think there's a lag time, honey.
Yeah, that's why you're supposed to put your earphones in and you just got to listen to me, Rick, and Tank. Don't be looking at your screen. Your screen is 15 seconds late.
At least.
Yeah, at least. That's why you guys cannot come in the room with you guys iPads and stuff when we're on air. It screws us up. We're like, we're hearing double.
So, Manny, in my
Yes.
universe,
Mm-hmm.
I do have superheroes, even though my universe is not a superhero universe. It is a
Cool.
strictly a science fiction universe. The
Hmm.
superheroes in the year 2065 use technology to emulate the characters that existed in comics. Um, I think, I would like to, I can't do it for the first issue, but in the second issue, I would like to drop hints because I am going to be talking about real life superheroes, a couple of
Mm-hmm.
them in there, like the Street Samurai. Um, but the Unbreathable Skunk Girl, I think, would make a much better news story.
Okay. Well, we can always talk about it and make some plans. I'm up for that.
Absolutely, man. And that also, just by you being mentioned, does if you do want to have her be in the universe as an actual real thing, that does at very minimum cut you in on a Creative Commons cut,
Cool. Sounds
which
good.
is a cut of everything because the Creative Commons are the people that help me build my world.
Awesome.
And some people just had an idea. I don't even remember what it is. I wrote their name down and I've kept in touch.
Cool. Yes. We
I'm
need
like, you know what? You should make money off of that one idea right there. So if this thing becomes big,
to. Mm-hmm.
no, I'm building a for-profit share enterprise here.
Cool.
And that's so that like I was talking to I've been talking to a couple of artists about the royalty deals, which I discussed in private, not in public. But
Mm-hmm.
when I talked about the royalty deals, they were really excited because it meant that they got royalties on everything that the work touched, and at the same time, I let the artist keep rights to if they did anything for me, they can always print it, whatever, make money off of it. Go make your own T-shirts too. You know,
Good. Sounds good.
you did that hard work. I don't think it should just pay once. Art is as long as it exists, it's eternal.
Okay. Sounds great. And we'll talk about this off here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
We're
I'm
losing the
just
chat.
saying the
We're losing
general.
the chat. We're losing the chat right now.
Oh, sorry.
They're jumping ship. They're like, what are they talking about? Okay, so let's get back to the chat. Let's catch up. I still gotta catch up a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Adrian said, ignore the past, Rick. Mighty Geek says, Raven. KG said, Raven, you trying to egg Rogue on to time you out again? Adrian said, move forward from the disappointment. We all agree. Pope Raven, I'm going to make Australian Shield. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Chad Middleton said, 420. I have no clue what that means.
Well, I think he means 420.
Okay, cool.
That has to do with a certain substance
Okay.
that's just recently been made legal here in Canada.
Oh, okay. All right.
At
Joshua, you
least,
said, Hail Pope Raven. Hail Raven, the goddess of the coat of Raven. Pope Raven said, Pope Rogue can ban me whenever she wants. Ooh. Ah, Pope
I'm sorry,
Rogue.
Pope Rogue can't ban you whenever she wants.
Pope Rogue, you got owned. And then Pope Rogue comes back with crows are better than ravens. Mighty Geek Studio said, we're all had disappointments. Yes, we have all. Pope Raven said, someone deleted my messages. Joshua Hughes retracted a message. KG said, Raven, Rogue deleted your messages. Joshua Hughes said, uh-oh. Joshua Hughes also said, Pope Rogan, big doo-doo. Pope Raven at Pope Rogue, all these little sneering little smiley faces. And like, ha 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 ha. Joshua Hughes, no censoring those of the Raven faith. No religious discrimination. Adrian said, Cross, look, man, we all had setbacks, but look at you now. You have people who hanging out with you. I come on not to just draw. I like talking to you guys. I appreciate your channel, Rick. We all
Yeah.
appreciate your channel, Rick. I mean,
Yeah.
if it
Well,
wasn't for your channel, I wouldn't be on.
that was gonna be part of my point, but I never got to it.
I guess after this, cut you off at the knees and just move on. Okay?
Yeah.
KG, nice Skeletor tank. Adrian, you have great ideas and characters. You have good insight. You're a good guy to allow us on your stream. Is that a hit against me for not allowing him on my stream yet?
No, I think that was more of a compliment towards Rick. But
Yeah.
if you want to put on your NPC hat for a minute, you can be offended.
I had him on my stream last week, and he will be back on my stream again. That's for sure.
Who? Me?
Adrian will be back.
Oh.
He'll be
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Yeah. Mighty Geek said, Manny, ask Rick to show you his drawings of Naruto. Yeah, you got to show us your drawings of that after we
Who?
get through the chat. You, Rick.
My drawings of what?
Naruto.
Naruto Databayo.
Oh, okay. My drawing from earlier tonight.
So get that ready while I'm going through the chats.
Yeah.
Okay, Adrian said, cool Skeletor tank. Joshua Hughes said, is Pope Rogue in actual timeout right now? LOL. Is he? He has a wrench. He can't. I could take it away from him. All right. Adrian said, yeah, Rick, did a good Naruto today. John Dillard said, oh, I am unbanned now. Thank you very much, Rogue, for allowing me your mercy and grace to rejoin this chat. With an angry face. You actually did that to John? He's not going to give you the Boba Fett if you do that. Think about that, Pope Rogue. Okay, Pope Raven said hi, I guess to John. Pope Rogue said, no, still here. Pope Raven said, I'm back, yay. Chad Middleton said, hey, John. Pope Raven said, thanks, Pope Rogue, for banning me again. John Dillard, Gaming the System, said, sup, Chad? Adrian said, Johnny D, you have to draw Skeletor now. Adrian, that's some good stuff, man. I think he's talking about the stuff I did for you.
Yeah.
John Dillard said, give me the system. I will draw Skeletor Friday.
Cool.
Hey, maybe I'll draw Skeletor Friday on that with you guys too. Hey, John Dillard gave me the system. Great super chat earlier. Hail Pope Raven. That's what Joshua Hughes said. Pope Raven said, what was his super chat? John Dillard said, Hail Raven. Adrian said, I guess I'll draw Skeletor tomorrow. Pope Raven said, Hail Starfire. Joshua said, at Pope Raven, you should watch the replay. It said, all hail Pope Raven. Yes, he did. Joshua Hughes at Pope Raven, what are you doing? Pope Raven said, cool, John Dillard is the best father in the world. Adrian said, I was going to try and join you guys tonight, but my daughter is sick in the room with the computer. Well, I hope she gets well, Adrian. Pope Raven said, I'm drawing Starfire. You know what? When you guys are drawing Skeletor, I have a pinup that KG has seen that I'll be doing. It's not going to be Skeletor, but it's guaranteed going to infuriate Pope Raven, Joshua, and Pope Fire. But it is so super cool. It's a hint. And it has nothing to do with Rogue. It's another character. Adrian said, Pope Raven, I'm sure Pope Fire would like that. Pope Raven said, I hail Starfire when Pope Fire is not around. Hmm. John Dillard, Game of the System, said, take care of your little girl, Adrian. Priorities first. Yes, we all agree. Adrian said, all these people acting this way over a dumb election are nut, nuts revealing their true selves. They're revealing their true selves, I guess. Adrian said, Johnny D, thanks. She's sleeping now. Pope Raven said, should I hail Pope Fire instead? Hail Pope Fire. Adrian said, Eagle. His was good, but Kanan killed it. I guess Eagle said who he voted for. Joshua Hughes said, at Pope Raven, that's better. Muddy Geek said, with great power, there must always be great responsibility. That is true. Pope Raven said, I would get banned again if he reads those messages. No, read your messages. I do not ban people. I will ban Pope Rogue, though, if he bans another person in timeout. Muddy Geek says, what's new, Chad? Chad Middleton said, nothing much, but been playing Dark Souls. Adrian said, Manny Cho. Yeah, I will be Manny Cho very shortly, guys. I'm gonna make a video of my artwork that I did about 2000 to about 2003, and I'm gonna get heat just for that. Pinups, trust me on that, guys. Uh,
Cool.
Pope Raven said, "Hail, Skunk Girl." Thank you, Pope Raven. Joshua Hughes said, "Pope Raven is sometimes a woman and other times a guy. I think Pope Raven is gender fluid or something." LOL.
Yeah, works for me.
And if you notice, Pope Raven has a wrench. Ah, and Adrian has a wrench. So you can't do anything to them now, Mr. Pope Rogue.
Or we don't. I don't. Well, I think somebody said whether you can or not. I'm not sure whether a wrench can ban a wrench.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. So if Pope Rogue's been banned, we know that it can happen. If he goes into a timeout, you know that's what happened. Okay, Pope Raven said Pope Raven is master of all 76 genders.
Is that what we're up to?
Well, I thought it was over 100.
Yeah, I thought it was 2029 or something like that.
It grows by the minute.
I know. It's just,
Yep.
I
yeah.
mean, I know I identify as a meat popsicle.
I jokingly said to my mom that said, "Okay, they want to do this. I want my new identifying terms to be God. Everybody will have to refer to my noun as God."
Well, I think. Well, here's the thing. I think that the overpopulating of all these specific little, everybody wanting to be identified as something that actually really demeans that people are actually having for their own, like, actual else gets. And that's all we really, it's all most of us really want here is like, hey, you know what? Just same rules for everybody. All right. Who cares about your personal proclivities? It's not important. Let's move on.
Yeah. Oh, Rick, I have to come out. I hate to tell you this, Rick, but I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
You too?
I think your wife might have a problem with that. Oh, well, maybe not.
I've been saying that since high school. I've been saying that stupid joke. And usually it takes, well, back in high school, it took those guys a little while to catch on to what the hell that meant. I was like, seriously, it's taking that long to catch on to my joke? Pretty dense people. Okay, Adrian said, wait, oh my goodness, did I? Damn, the chat is going so fast today.
You
Okay.
know what? You might have to just go to the end and keep it from
uh,
there. Otherwise, you might not be able to ever catch up.
I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's
Are you
really
okay?
funny. It's like watching an overweight person run on a treadmill that they set too fast.
Hey, stop looking at me, you pervert.
You'll never find all my cameras
Oh man, that's horrible.
just for
Okay.
you.
Adrian said, Tank's always thinking. I don't know what was going on 5 minutes ago that you were thinking. Oh, you're thinking about all that other stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
every time except when I'm playing DC Universe Online.
Okay. Chad Middleton said, that's a great drawing of Rick's character, Manny. Oh, thank you, Chad. Yes, Rick needs to use those awesome drawings. Adrian says, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. Okay, that's it for now. Not going to do that anymore. KG said, night all, time for sleep. Man, KG, seriously? Man, you go to sleep early.
Up
Damn,
late at night, although you're probably not here.
yeah, he's gone, I guess. It's not like I don't know what time you start work, Adrian. I mean, not Adrian, KG. I think we start work at the same damn time. Chad Middleton said, you scared Skunk Girl off, Rick. Rick, did you scare Skunk Girl off?
I don't know. I don't hope so. I didn't.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go get Skunk Girl a microphone. Pope Raven said, hi, Skunk Girl. Adrian said, night, KG. Adrian said, interesting concept, Tank. Very interesting. Pope Raven said, hi, Pope Raven.
Love that show.
Oh, they're kissing and making up. That is so beautiful in my channel. That's so nice.
Aw,
Oh, can I hear an all from you, Rick?
I just vomited for
Oh,
both my freshwater and my saltwater stomachs.
Is that a Futurama thing?
Yes, it's another Futurama reference. It means it's true love.
the squiddy face guy.
Yeah, the Virgin.
Zoidberg.
Zoidberg. Zoids. Okay. Chad Middleton said, Tank, that's like Unbreakable in Glass coming out next year. The Unbreathable Skunk Girl had to leave. I hear two people talking at the same time. Yeah, we gotta fix that for you, Skunk Girl. Adrian said, okay, guys, I'm going to lay down in bed now, but I'll be listening and going silent for now. Might fall asleep. Good night, Adrian. Sleep tight. Don't
Good night.
Pope Raven said, good night, Adrian. Chad Middleton said, see ya, Adrian. Joshua Hughes said, Adrian, you could join the stream while sleeping. No one would be able to tell the difference.
It's harsh.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Oh, Mighty Geek said, what's new, Skunk Girl? Joshua Hughes said, good dog Chris, what? Are you going to draw Raven as Skeletor and Starfire as He-Man? LOL. No, I'm not. I'm just going to
Don't
draw something that,
tempt me.
yeah, maybe Tank might do that, but I'm going to draw something that you guys are going to call up Pope Fire and she's going to get all mad and she's going to jump on my damn channel and going to demand to get in on the stream. Yeah, it's going to troll her, guaranteed. And I'll make a very nice drawing and I'll even color it and send her a picture. I'll send all you guys a picture of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm drawing it, and I'm drawing these ladies like Eastern Bloc Olympians, circa 1980.
Cool. Okay. Joshua Hughes said, oh, Pope Raven has a wrench. Hail Pope Raven. John Dillard, I don't know. I got banned. Pope Raven, thank you, Pope Rogue, for my wrench. Pope Rogue had nothing to do with it. Trust me, Pope Raven. And Unbreathable Skunk Girl said, oh, I'm still here. And Joshua said, you should help set up Skunk Girl's mic and stuff next time. Yes, I will.
Yeah, Manny.
Hey, hey, she finally got Google Hangouts like about 3 hours ago. Okay, she'll be on.
uh,
She's like,
it's
I shouldn't go on. It's gonna spoil my voice. I'm saying people want to know
nah.
Skunk Girl. I mean, you know, they
She
want to
gets
talk
on
to
the air.
you.
She's all, so hi, I'm the unbreathable Skunk Girl. How you doing?
Oh man, she's still listening. Okay, she'll run in this room.
I know. I can feel the stink eye from here.
Oh yes.
Run strong in your family, I
Oh
see.
yeah. Oh yeah. And Joshua Hughes said, "Good dog press. Is she gonna be hailing Pope Raven? I hope so. Since she sired Pope Rogue, I don't think so."
Chad Middleton says, meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
All right, Rick, you're up next. You're gonna be talking about the chat. I haven't drawn much for anybody so far.
I have a sneaking suspicion that Chad Middleton just says that, so I'll say meanwhile at Legion of Doom.
Okay, where were we? Were we all the way?
We're all caught up. But said the
Oh,
next time.
It's so
Um,
shiny I can't resist.
oh man, I got a rogue in my. Did that sound wrong? Okay, I was about to say I got a rogue in my lap, but I do. She's right in front of my screen. How am I gonna draw with a Chihuahua in front of me? Chihuahua
Oh,
from area.
I've had to learn how to competitively PvP on DC Universe Online while my squirmy 5-year-old is watching me play in my lap.
I
Because
I
he gets
used
all
to.
excited.
Oh my goodness. I used to have Pope Rogue on my lap sleeping while I was playing Call of Duty when he was like 2 and 3 years old.
That's a skill. That's a skill. That's multitasking.
Oh, it was awesome. Have your little son on your lap while you're playing. Crazy.
And it's kind of empty once they grow out of that.
Yeah, true.
That's when you're like, all right, I'm just buying time until grandkids.
John Dillard says, "What is that horrible clicking when Tank cuts in and out?"
Oh, is there a horrible clicking when because
There's, there, there,
I'm hitting my mic.
there's a little click, but it's okay. I guess I can handle it because I work in a noisy place that doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I can handle it too. Eagle 43 says, Tank is communicating via radio, it appears.
Roger that. 3-1 golf out.
Pope Raven, I'm still waiting for you, John, to draw my blank page. Chad Middleton says, that's the government tapping in Manny stream.
That's an inside joke. That's the funny part.
Yeah, it
The
is.
the people in the secret society know what that joke I just said.
Roger Alpha 56449. Yeah, I would understand that. Little crosslink there.
Didn't cross with me.
No, Luke, come on. You going?
You need to
You know,
take a break for a couple minutes, Tank, to try and get Skunk Girl on. Feel free.
No, we don't have the equipment right now to get her on.
Oh, okay.
So I need to go get a microphone and stuff for her.
Okay.
I don't even have a microphone. I'm using my Logitech camera as my microphone.
all right. I like Logitech products, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here. I like Logitech.
I mean, I went to Best Buy and I said, I don't think I'm gonna buy a $200 microphone yet. My name is not Ethan Von Skyver.
Yeah, you haven't got a $600,000 campaign. Although, according to him, he hasn't spent any of that money yet. So,
No, he spent the money. He spent the money by paying his cars and stuff.
well, like I mean, he hasn't spent any money on himself. He hasn't till
No,
all the everything's paid from it. He's not
right, right,
taking any money from for himself.
right. I mean, that's the smart way to do it because you don't need those SJWs that are just waiting for one misstep from anybody in Comicsgate.
Yep.
Oh, dude, they're worse than SJWs. These people. A friend of mine, a fellow moderate, um, told me he educated me today um, on the difference between Antifa, which is something that, like, pretty much all of us can actually get behind when you look at the Antifa stuff. It's not a communist movement, it's anti fascism. The people we
Yeah.
don't like are the Black Bloc, BLOC, like Eastern Bloc. And I'm not joking. That's what they call themselves. That's like white supremacists calling themselves Peckerwoods. True story. Actually happened. Um, Anybody who doesn't know, Peckerwood is a derogatory term for a white person.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So these Black Bloc guys, these are the guys who got into a fight with the Proud Boys in New York, recently featured in the news. These are the guys throwing bricks, throwing and starting riots. And I was like, wow. So does that make anti-Comicsgate comic block? Like Comics Block, BLOC? Because these guys are pinkos, man.
Yep.
They're a threat to freedom. They are a they are a domestic enemy.
Hmm.
And they're a non-combatant domestic enemy. So the rules of engagement are to use the law and reason. At least as far as I read it. I try not to troll them. Trust me, the urge is strong. I want to yell at them and scream in their face so bad, so bad.
So bad.
Oh, dude, no, seriously, like the stuff that runs through my mind that I'm like, I'm glad this person's not saying that in front of my face because I don't know if I could resist the urge to just like scream it at them and just debase them repeatedly.
Yes, I know. So let's
I'm
go.
glad I have a keyboard sensor filter.
Okay, let's go to another subject here
Yeah.
Yes.
because we don't want to.
No,
I
but
mean,
I just
we
wanted to
from all
bring
those
up the
videos, those horrible videos out there. Yes, I mean, me and my
yes,
wife was
the
watching them last night, and
S
I'm like, what the hell is going on?
right. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked off of my point. My point is that SJW is actually not the proper term. They're more black block or comics block, if you want, if you will.
Hmm.
If we're gonna call a spade a spade.
Okay, on that point, let's move on. Uh, Rick, what you doing?
Uh, I'm
Yeah,
trying
look at my
Skeletor's.
behind. There's a lady with her lingerie on. Okay, good, good. Keep on looking. Okay, we went from politics to sex. Okay, good, good, good. Keep it on me. Keep talking, Manny. Entertain the
We
entertain.
got
Pope,
Skeletor here.
let's get caught up on the chat here real quick. Pope Raven says, "I'm still waiting for you, John, to draw my blank page."
Yeah, I read that.
Chad Middleton. Oh, you already read that one. Let's see here. Then we did. I see
Uh,
Manny is drawing a crime scene.
Mm,
yeah.
Manny, tell us about your story for Tales from Beyond the Gate, says John Dillard Gaming the System.
I think I'm gonna draw a horror story about these five guys or six guys who want to get all together and do a comic book together. Unbeknownst to one of them, unbeknownst to all of them, that one of those is an SJW here to destroy them.
Yes, that would be a horror story.
Good story for us. But who will be the main villain? Would it be John Dillard, who brought us all together just to crush our dreams? Could it be the guy who makes like he's a goody two shoes, Rick, that suckers all onto his channel? Could it be Tank, just a lovable Tank?
I like to hug people.
That's just a front, people. Or is it the guy who just draws all these cute little skunks? Who's gonna turn on who?
Joshua Hughes. Okay, see you guys later. Good night, Azareth Metron Zinthos. Hail Raven. Pope Raven bid Joshua Hughes a good night. See you in 5. John Dillard told me to shut my mouth.
What?
And put my pen where my mouth is. I'll see if I can get a setup going.
Wow.
Oh, Raven, why don't once you get your blank piece of paper from John, get on a stream without being seen and show us your talent?
Pope Raven does have the link to this chat. Maybe one day Pope Raven will actually appear. Don't have to say anything, just come on and draw. That'd be cool.
You know, sort of like Adrian.
Cool. I mean, yeah, that's cool.
um,
That would be really cool and add to the mystery that is Pope Raven. That's marketing genius.
in the next couple
I have,
days,
I
in
have
the next,
no. Did you just read what Pope Raven just wrote?
no, what
Read,
did she?
read it out loud.
Pope Raven doesn't want to dox her hand.
Jeez. Maybe she's got dirty Doug hands.
But I was gonna say in the next couple days, and I'll try and get him to come on here, maybe John's. Matt Cosin, who was in the Jordan Quarter tonight.
Okay.
I
Cool.
know him personally, and I'm gonna, and then hopefully in the next couple days, week or so, I'm gonna get him on my channel and try
Cool.
and help him promote his book. Not that I'm a big channel, he knows that, but promote
Well,
his book and
what you
maybe I'll.
just try to get them on all of our streams.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
You could,
say. I'll try and get him on everybody's stream.
yeah, and that'll be cool. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody that watches you watches me and watches John, but hey, might as well get them on as much airtime as possible.
Yeah, he's well, as you know, he's a good artist from seeing him tonight and all that.
Mhm.
Like there's a thing called Alpha Omega Con, a Christian Comic Con. I met him not this past September, but September before there.
Cool.
At it, he was at the table beside me. We became
Wow,
friends, acquaintances, however you want to word it.
cool.
He's
Rick
been on my channel.
dropping names.
Pardon it?
Rick Piper dropping names.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not sure how big his channel is, if he's got a channel or whatever,
Yeah.
but
So the
but
DNQ tomorrow night. Whose channel?
I think it's on Chester's.
Chester. I think it should be on Chester's. I mean, he's got the biggest platform.
Yeah.
I mean, he's trying to grow it, so he should be the one hosting it until it gets more established. Then I think he can go jump around. I mean, I know he was trying to get other people to get subscribers, but
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to find it.
Yeah, if it doesn't got a stable location, it does every year. It's a guess every week.
Right, right, right. I mean, once it gets established, then you guys can go. Then he can go jump around again. But I think he should keep it on his channel.
Yeah. Although it was Pixel who, well, half Pixel who established it. I'd say me and Pixel because I was talking to Pixel and I half suggested it, and then Pixel ran with it.
Cool. Seems to be a pattern there, Rick. You come up with an idea and somebody steals it from you.
Yeah.
Like, son of a bitch that took that Canadian maiden from you. Damn that guy. And it was you and
At least I gave him some permission.
I mean, I watched you guys this morning, you and John. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Wonder Woman. And I'm like, she looks kind of old fashioned. I'm gonna do something about that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give her a sword with a maple leaf, holder.
Yeah. Hilt. A
Hilt.
maple leaf hilt.
Yeah.
Oh, that was definitely a
Cross
good idea.
piece.
Cross piece.
The term you're looking for is cross piece.
Oh yeah, the hilt's the actual handle, isn't it? Beneath it.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes blade, cross piece, hilt, pommel, and the part of the blade that goes inside the handle itself is called the tang.
Or orange flavored. But I'm pumped.
So yeah, there's my Skeletor. If anybody hasn't seen that.
That was a terrible joke, I know.
Let's see. Lock it on tank for a sec, Manny. Oh, there we go.
You guys see that okay? I am in my potato mode.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Rick,
Yes.
why does your screen look like it's kind of like tiger stripes all the time?
Me?
Yeah. When you look at your videos, they look like tiger stripes. It's kind of like a little kind of grayish.
You mean my back?
Yeah.
No, that's an interference pattern.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the frame rate that it's filming at and the frame rate that the screens are showing are not synchronized.
Okay.
So it's going to show like crazy patterns.
Yeah, but it's only on Rick's stream though.
Like right here, or are you seeing that right now for me?
Yeah, I mean,
or when you go watch my older videos.
No, it's right now. It happens every time.
Okay, I have no idea why because I put it on myself and it looks all right to me.
Oh, well, when it's broadcasting,
it's fine here.
Well, I'm looking at my iPad and it looks like it's got that weird waviness to it.
Oh.
So what? You're saying? So you're saying what the stream is seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have no idea what the stream is seeing is.
Yeah, you see those little bands that go down the screen. I was just wondering what that was all about.
Yeah, I'm about to put on the chat myself. I'll have to mute it.
But it's okay. I mean, don't worry about it. It's not affecting
Time talking. I don't see anything on my stream for that sort of thing. When putting on me.
Well, when you go back, you go watch the replay, you'll see it.
I'll check it out. again later when I get off. So I don't know why it's doing whatever it's doing.
Yeah.
As far as nobody, I got nothing on streaming except for this. So
Maybe they just don't like Canadians. So, since John put me on the spot, I'm gonna put you guys on the spot.
All right.
What is your stories for Tales from Beyond the Gate?
uh,
Dun,
I'm
dun,
up to a
dun,
possible
dun.
three.
What was
Yeah,
that?
well,
What was that?
I'm up to a possible three. Two of them I've got to work out character stuff for. The
Mhm.
third one I'm thinking of actually taking one from my actual comics and seeing whether I can work my villain Toxico, who's the first villain the Canadian Shield faces, and seeing whether I can turn it into enough of a horror story from what I've written from his got for his bio and
Mm.
all that, or history, or however you want to say it.
See, so that's our homework for tonight. We're gonna have to come up with a story tomorrow night. He's gonna let us slide tonight, but he's gonna hit us hard tomorrow. He's
Yeah,
gonna hit you up first, Rick, because you're gonna see him in the morning when you go on his show.
Yeah, you guys
that's if
better
I go.
hurry up. My
John.
story already's gone into the editor.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, slackers.
Yeah, I'm such a slacker.
Well, Manny's got that whole skunk girl thing to worry about right now, so you
Yeah,
know.
I got the skunk girl thing to worry about right now, but what the hell did I waste my time on today? Drawing this damn monstrosity. What the hell was I thinking? Wasting my good talent on this losers?
The word you're looking for is schlock. I love that word because it's also funny.
And the mighty Chief just called me a show off. Oh man. You know what? I really enjoyed making this Canadian shield. I mean, just making him as ripped as possible. I mean, the first time I drew the Canadian shield, somebody told me, he doesn't look as big as he should be. He's like the Hulk. I mean, he shouldn't be so slim. So I kind of went overboard. Okay, Rick.
Oh,
Okay, brother.
the size I love. The size of him there, I love. I absolutely love the size. I think it's great for the size.
Yep, he's huge. Man,
It's just I would have preferred the full face mask and the shield. Hey, you left yourself open for that one.
wait. And when I did this, I showed it to KG, and KG said, "Oh, let's hear Rick rip it apart, Manny." Oh yeah, I know he's gonna rip it apart.
Hey, the other four I didn't. The other four I didn't rip apart. You're doing better, Manny. The first one I ripped them all, like three or four of them apart.
I told KG, this is my interpretation. This is what I think he should look like. Okay, that's one thing. One thing when you give it to other artists, remember they're not going to draw exactly, unless it's a very established character like Superman, where you gotta draw the face the same damn way every time. But there's always going to be a little interpretation. There's always going to be a little tweaking here and there between artists. I mean, it's never going to be exactly the same.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why we got the Swamp Thing looking so great now compared to the original Swamp Thing, which was cool. Bernie Wrightson was awesome, but the new Swamp Thing versus that old Swamp Thing, I mean, there's no comparison. It's always going to
I,
be evolving.
yeah. Oh, I agree.
I haven't seen the new Swamp Thing. I love Bernie Wrightson. He's one of my favorite artists.
Oh yeah, but when they got more real detailed and making even little flowers on the damn skin and the roots coming out of him and all kinds of stuff, I
Oh,
was
that's
like, oh,
cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, they made him a more detailed look. It's just like Superman. Back in the 30s was a way lot less detailed than he is now.
Well, I mean, all the characters are not as detailed as they are now.
Yeah, and even back, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, they're even more detailed than they were then.
Hmm.
Like 70s, 80s. 90s, they really started getting a lot more detailed in their drawings and all
Well,
that.
just putting all that detail didn't mean it made it better.
Yeah, I'm not saying it made it better. I'm just saying the artwork became more detailed and
Well,
all
it
that.
also got more muddy. You know, too much action, not enough storytelling. The image way, not the Marvel way, not the DC way. So come on, Rick, you got to talk so we can see your beautiful
I
canvas.
am slowly coming along on my Skeletor, just doing the pencils, doing in his cape at the moment.
Mhm. All right.
Not quite as good as I'd like him in the face, but I had a real good one I did a while ago, and I'd like to find it. I might try and find it for a couple nights from now. So, people were wanting to see my uh, other one that I did earlier tonight. So,
Cool. Yeah, I told you to go get it while I'm reading the chat. You
I
got
didn't have to go anywhere to get it.
I'm gonna read the chat again. We gotta catch up. It's been a while. Okay. Hope Raven said, "Good night, Joshua. See you in 5 minutes." Joshua Hughes at Pope Raven K. John Dillard said, "Yeah, Tank, stop talking tough and show us a damn drawing."
Told you, he called me out.
Wow. John Dillard said, "Is it Tank? I bet it's Tank." Chad Middleton said, "Adrian is the SJW. He's too quiet." Adrian went to sleep. Hope Raven said, "I have no talent, and I'm still better than Rick and Manny." Like I said, Pope Raven, you got the link. Show us. Pope Raven, my beautiful hands. Your beautiful, dirty Doug hands. John Dillard said, Jimmy Cricket failed us all tonight. I don't know. When I was looking at the vote total, the last four people had 0 votes. So I don't know if they got votes after I stopped looking at the vote total. But yeah,
I'm not sure. I forget what he got. I think he tied with my friend Matt
no.
He did
for
not get
the.
last place. He tied for second to last.
Okay, so if you, I don't know what the vote total was, but I do remember like almost towards the end, there was 0 votes for the last the four people in there. So I'm pretty happy with the vote total I got, even though I didn't win.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, I got 12 votes on that damn show.
I think the
I beat Malin. That's the main thing. I beat Malin.
yeah.
I beat Malin. I beat Mitch, and I forgot who the other guy beat. I came in, I mean, fourth from the last. So I was not last place. That was good. Uh,
Yeah.
John Dillard said, Rick thinks he invented sliced bread. Did you invent sliced bread?
Nope.
You sure?
Yep.
John's calling you out. Joshua Hughes said, Nazar couldn't dox Jiminy Cricket. If only he was invited. What a missed opportunity. Hope Raven said, Welcome back, Joshua. Joshua said, Hi, Raven. John Dillard, I may have to go on fan edition again to rescue our credibility. Oh, Go back on there, John. You know I'm gonna be typing all night long. Mighty Geek said show off we already have. Yeah, I was showing off. Sorry, Mighty Geek. Joshua Hughes at John Dillard. Our credibility hasn't been destroyed enough. Wait until after Booster wins, which will be tomorrow. Vote Booster. Get Booster on the pro drawn and quartered. Oh, Booster goes on that drawn and quartered, and we're done. Nobody will ever go back on that drawn and quartered. John Dillard, Aim in a System, said, you drew, Rick, a beautiful, well thought out advertising campaign that Rick will never use. Are you going to take that, Rick? Rick? Hello, Rick? Rick's not here. Eagle 43 said, I just want to see Booster go to the Pro Edition once. Well, if he keeps on improving, like he's been improving every week, maybe he will. That would be the most hilarious Pro Edition ever.
But yeah, but I want him to go before then because that's funny. Because he would just bring his wonderful Booster commentary.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun, you know. Boost, you know, we underestimate Booster, but you know, I think it'd be even funnier if he won.
That's true.
The Pro Edition, even.
Yeah, that would be. Well, if he goes on a Pro Edition, you know he's going to win.
Yeah, no, because that's the whole point. He's the plucky comic relief.
Yeah, we're all going to vote for him, even though he's going to stink up the house with his drawing. But still, we're going to vote for him, just to stick it to the pros. You know how salty Mike's going to be.
And then we have to have a draw off between John Dillard gaming the system and Booster to see who's the real fan champ.
Ooh. I don't know if John's up to the task.
I mean, we set this up. I'm talking. This is like, you know, this is like a Pacquiao Mayweather fight, man. You know, we set this up at like a month in advance, so that way the word gets out, and we have them, you know, do that whole wrestling talk. They just talk. Well, they just do that anyways. They just talk smack about each other constantly. I'm gonna take you down, brother.
Oh.
I think that would be very entertaining.
Yeah. John Dillard said, gaming a system. Josh, ha ha ha. John Dillard said, gaming a system, tied for last. Eagle 43, Jiminy, Mac, and Mike all got 3 votes each. Second to last. Pope Raven said, Booster would destroy John. That would be interesting. Eagle 30. I'm
saying?
Yep.
Viewership.
Yep. Eagle 43 said Booster would probably attract a lot of people to the Van Edition if he went to the Pro Edition. That's true.
No, he's the life of the show. As awesome as everyone is, his color commentary is fantastic.
Right.
What's going on now?
Where did you go, man?
Use some facilities.
Yeah, it's like I read not a super. I read a chat that was directed towards you.
Oh.
That I will read again so that you can go after John. This is what John said, not me. But I will read it again just to make trouble. Where the hell did it go? Okay, John Dillard, Game of the System, said, you drew Rick a beautiful, well thought out advertising campaign that Rick will never ever use.
I'll use it for a while.
Oh man. So you're not gonna use my advertising for you?
I just said I would.
You just said for a while.
Yeah, till I come up with something better.
Okay, so he's gonna be using it for a long time, people.
Feel the burn.
Burn.
So, anyways, there's
Anyway,
my Naruko. For those that were wondering. So now back to Skeletor.
I love it. I was watching you earlier on that, and I was digging on it heavy. It's very good.
Thank you.
you gotta put it back up there a little bit longer than that. I didn't even get to see it. Come on. Darn it.
Well, maybe if you're looking at the screen. I
You need to promote get that damn picture back. What are you doing?
got it back.
Yeah. No, you
There is
didn't. You have to put the
Naruko.
damn page back. So don't be telling me that you got it back.
It's right there in front of you.
Okay, keep on talking for 10 seconds. Explain it to us. How did you do this? What kind of pens did you use? What kind of colors did you use? What was your inspiration for doing this beautiful character that you have in front of you? Sell it.
What was it? What was the inspiration for doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Two inspirations. Chad for wanting to do Horror Month, and Bob for giving me the name of the character. How did I do it? I grabbed a number two, HB number two pencil. I put some lines on the paper. um, Came out with the basic. I put lines to represent the body for where the legs, the torso, the arms would go, and then I started drawing the body. And what colors have I used? I used, well, black, if you want to consider that a color. I colored in some of the open white spaces with gray. And then I colored his hair yellow because it's yellow. I'm only trying to only use one color to make things pop in my drawings.
So before you did your beautiful Naruto drawing, did you go to Google Images and pull down any poses or something that you might have been able to use to spice up your stance for your drawing?
I went and got a whole bunch of reference for the character. Yes, actual regular poses. No.
And that is your homework for tomorrow. I want you to go onto Google Images and pull down some poses and just test them out and try them. Just
Uh,
practice. You
yeah,
know,
I do all sorts of poses.
that that that
Some are more
that pose
straight.
that I did tonight for your Canadian Shield. That pose was lifted off of Google Images. You know,
Yeah.
I went and
Uh,
I went and looked for a pose of a very intimidating guy, and I kind of did a little bit of magic, and that's how I got
yeah.
it. It just didn't
Yeah.
come. I mean, it's not cheating.
Yeah.
You're just using the pose and going from there.
If I know a character, putting them in poses is not too much of a problem. But for this character, I have no idea what they can do, how they do it, or whatever. So, uh, um, I have had no idea how to pose them. You know,
Well, that's why you
I've got
should have went on Google Images and just see, just type in the character and see what he does. I'll bet you have
yeah,
all the poses.
yeah. I got like I said, I got a whole bunch of reference for him. I didn't look up his bio or anything like that. That I probably could have done to understand him better. I have a Batgirl where she's swinging. I have a Spider-Man where he's swinging. I have characters where they're flying or floating. All in my stack of stuff that I've done over the last month and a half, 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Characters that I don't know, yeah, I end up doing more of a stagnant pose. I'll admit that. Although this is a fairly stagnant pose for Skeletor, but it's also showing him with his sword and his thing. It's like, I have the power. Although my face, my skull leaves a lot to be desired. Which I might redo.
Oh, Poke Fire's in chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
How'd your kids? How'd your wife?
oh. So John Dillard said Jiminy drawing looked like a Poke Fire drawing. Poke Fire said, "Huh? What did I do, John?" The Pope Fire said, "I am not an artist. I just draw stuff to cheer people up. You jerk." John Dillard said, "Your buddy, Mr. Cricket, disgraced the fan edition tonight." Pope Fire said, "What?" Pope Fire said, "No Batgirl." I guess that's to you, Rick. No Batgirls. Mighty Geek said, "Told him that Naruto was a ninja." Pope Fire said, "Batgirl sucks." Eagle 43 said, conscience we sent a conscience into the lion's den that was the pro edition and he failed us." I don't get that.
No, I thought he brought the heat, I loved the pose he did, Skeletor, but what happened is the competition was really between John Malin and Kenny White.
Oh yeah.
It was brutal. Both of them had just these insane Skeletors. I was like, I'd buy that comic right now.
But Ethan did have the best staff.
Oh, that staff was just his detail was just so gorgeous. If he hadn't half covered up Skeletor's face,
Yeah.
If you would have, I think if you would have focused a bit more on Skeletor rather than the staff, you would have had it.
I think he could have gotten away with having the staff in the foreground if he just showed a little bit more Skeletor's face or maybe a little magic. The other guys showed magic. The guys, Malin and Kenny White, they showed magic.
Oh yeah.
That was a huge impact on their work.
Yeah, for sure.
Hear that dog in the background.
Give that dog a bone.
I don't know what she's going crazy for.
You and your knick-knack paddywhack.
No, I don't know what's going on with her.
Welcome to the internet, Manny. You've been swatted. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I don't wish that on anybody.
What the hell does that mean?
That's when people call the police department. They find out where you live and they call the police department and say there's a bomb threat or a terrorist threat at this location. And guess what? The SWAT team shows up.
Oh, nice.
Some judges had enough of that and they said, yeah, that's felonious. You do that and you will go to jail.
Crazy.
Which is good. Yeah, no, kids, man. This is why it's important for kids to be busted when they're busted. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw it happen on live stream I was watching once. The teenager who I was watching try to beat a world record handled himself very well, actually. But yeah, no, I've been swatted.
It's crazy.
You guys ever watch any of those world record attempts for video games?
No.
People like do the speed runs and stuff.
Oh, I think I've seen a couple of those from Mario. Couple of
They're maddening to watch.
yeah, all the tricks that they know and all that.
Oh yeah, no. If you had any illusions that you ever thought you were good at those games when you were a kid,
Mhm.
This stuff shatters it.
yeah, the kids who aren't even old enough to have been out when the game was in its re-release when they were doing it nostalgia re-release.
Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm just reading what John Dillard is saying in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
trashing me more.
So John Dillard said, Rick, do your homework. Everybody likes Naruto. Naruto. Pope Fire said, I think there needs to be more Pope Raven, Pope Fire picks. I don't know what the X means. I guess Pope Raven versus Pope Fire picks. And John Dillard said he bought no heat. He needed a sweater.
Oh.
Funny. That's not the funny one. This is the one that's going to be cringeworthy. You ready
Oh
for this?
no.
You ready for this, Tank?
I'm sitting.
John Dillard said, and this is John Dillard, not me. Kanan draws what he always draws, a muscular 27-year-old black man, and just changes the costume.
That's so wrong.
Pope Fire just had a eyebrow wiggle. Oh,
Everyone who laughed at that just got another hole punched in their VIP Express pass to hell.
oh boy. Like I said, I'm just reading them. I'm not the one saying them. Don't come after me. And she has arrived. Hello, Miss Pope Fire.
Greetings.
Hey, Pope Fire.
Hey, Pope Fire.
What are
How
you?
are you guys?
What are you up at this
Good.
late hour?
I don't sleep at night. I sleep in the afternoon.
Oh my goodness, crazy. Oh,
You must know my daughter then.
Well, I was playing with some of the people in the community. I was playing Maple Story too.
what
Oh,
is
she's more Mabinogi.
Oh my goodness.
I know you dropped on my stream this afternoon, or was it what? I think this afternoon. For yesterday, did you hear what I said about Titans? Or
No,
did you?
you usually stream when I'm not available.
Yeah, that's no problem. You jumped in for like 5 minutes or 2 minutes, something like that. And I seen you jump in, and I was just trying to tell you, two scenes from the first episode of Titans were filmed in my city.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
So I know one of you had that Starfire and Raven, and I think it was Skunk Girl picture. Did you finish that? Because I would love to have a
No,
copy of it.
I'm sorry. I've been working on the Skunk Girl a lot, so I still have that.
Understandable.
I will finish that picture one day. So what's good about it is if I, don't go get to it now. So by the time I do get to it, it's going to be even better. So it's getting my skills up better and better and better every day.
I
So
was just wondering if you already finished it and I missed it.
no, I don't. I didn't finish it yet. I will. Trust me, I like that picture too. Yeah, it will be
It's so cold here.
cold.
Yeah, I do not do well in the cold.
How cold is it there?
Yeah, I don't do well in cold either. Yet I live in Canada.
I'm sweating over here, okay, people?
Yeah. Just try and make us jealous that you're in Hawaii.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like 46 degrees here.
yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, Manny, it must be hard to live in paradise.
Oh, yeah. It's so hard to be sweating in about 80-degree weather right now or high 70s.
I don't know what it is here at the moment. Probably not much different than Hope Fire is.
Hey, I don't want this to turn to Mike Miller's stream of talking about weather. Gonna lose everybody. Everybody's gonna jump ship and go look at some other person. Wait, that was so horrible. I mean, they were talking about that for like about 10 minutes, talking about snow and stuff. I'm like, serious? And even John was in that chat, and John super chatted them and go, "What are you guys talking about weather for?"
I would turn my webcam on. Usually that gets a few views, but I also I'm kind of like bundled up in a blanket right now, so.
Don't worry about it.
No problem.
That's no problem. You know, there's no pressure on this stream. It's just chilling out. Everybody's sleeping. Most people.
Us on the stream better not be sleeping. Otherwise, we got a problem.
So what time is your show this Friday night for your cringe fest on the Titans, Pope Fire?
We do it right after fan speak. So it should be around like 9 Central Time, about 9:15 Central Time.
Okay.
Hopefully this episode is better, but I doubt it because this has a lot more of the Titans we know. But last episode, okay, so to put the episode into an image, the episode was like you went to Taco Bell and ordered a Dorito taco, correct? But instead they gave you an old shoe with a gum at the bottom and expected you to eat it. That's what the episode is like.
I love that analogy. That's so
Okay.
good.
That's episode 3, right?
No, episode 3 is this week. It is boring. It is boring. It is terrible. It is miserable. Like they have no idea what they're doing, and it makes me so angry. But
But you
it's okay because I get drunk, so it makes it more bearable to watch. No, the gum has already been chewed by 3 different people, Jeremy.
but the funny part is you did say that their costumes were awesome.
Hawk and Dove, yes.
Yeah. See, I didn't see it. I mean, I'm just going off of what you were saying. I have not seen any of those episodes.
No, it pisses me off because Hawk and Dove have amazing costumes, and then Starfire has that. I found her wig. I found her wig at Party City for $22.
Yeah, the Starfire in that is just horrible. And then I don't think she's got alien origin, so I
Well,
think
she's
that
got amnesia. Blah, blah, amnesia. Blah, I can't say the word. Yeah, so when they first announced her, the hashtag on Twitter was misfire. So.
Oh,
But okay, when you look at her, she looks like she's too old to be there. Because even though Hawk and Dove had older actors, like if you put them next to Starfire and you put Starfire next to Dick Grayson, who she's supposed to be the same age with, she looks like she's almost 40, right? And he looks like he's just turning 20. She doesn't fit with the cast, and it's not really the actor's fault. It's them purposely making her look bad.
Yeah. Well, I'd say Grayson looks a little bit older than that, especially being a cop. But
No, he probably looks like 21, 20, 22. He doesn't look like he's 30 though, because she looks like she's coming up on 40, and the actor is supposed to be like 30 something.
Yeah, which is just crazy.
Starfire?
John, I cannot denounce Jiminy Cricket unless you denounce Pope Raven.
Ooh.
But he's the father of Pope Raven.
Well, then you're gonna have one less child.
How can he denounce his own offspring?
It's really simple. All you say is, "I denounce Pope Raven."
Oh,
Yes,
That'll
come
make
to the
that'll make
true
for
fan.
awkward Christmas dinners or Thanksgiving, since that's what's coming up for you guys.
sir. So did you buy that wig, Pope Fire? Are we
No,
going to
no,
see
no,
that
no,
wig
no.
on your program
I
one
am
day?
not buying that wig.
Is it as hideous as it looks like on the show?
Yes.
Oh, that is such a hideous wig.
So
Oh,
It is so bad. It makes
Yeah.
me like there. It is a good thing that I am drunk when I watch that series because I would not be able to handle. I would just be so frustrated that entire thing. I would just turn it off. Because at least being drunk, at least I have something to look forward to, which is pathetic because I hate drinking.
are you still drinking that Pope beer, or are you drinking something else now?
I have one can of Pope beer left.
Oh, so you still haven't finished it.
No, I haven't. I do have this really disgusting like Halloween special beer. Because
Oh,
I don't know what tastes good. I've never drank beer before. So I just went with what looked good, like what had pretty pictures.
I've never found a beer that tastes as good when you're sober or just regular time. The only time a beer ever tasted good to me is if you did hard work and then you cracked open a beer and it tasted good. So you got to do something before you drink a beer to make it taste good. To me,
Well, I'm not. Nothing's gonna make beer taste good if I'm watching Titans.
then you got to go for something harder. Take a tequila shot.
All right, I denounce Jiminy Cricket and his evil campaign to ruin the show called Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition. Because you know what? It's not like Booster doesn't do that. I am not okay, Jeremy. If I get drunk off of no, if I get white girl wasted off of 3 beers, I am going to do terrible on whiskey.
Oh, come on, tequila shots. Tequila shots.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do terrible on whiskey. Let's up that ante.
yeah.
Oh, I just want something that tastes good. I may just start mixing it with like a soda or something. And I don't drink sodas normally, but I am so sick of the freaking taste, man.
Yeah, I can believe it. I don't drink myself, so.
Oh,
Well, I normally don't drink, but this show I did promise a few of my followers when it aired I would drink to it. I'm hoping it improves though, so I can kind of stop the drinking game.
that's
Rum and Mexican Coke.
Somehow I doubt it's going to improve much.
I'm hoping that because I'm hoping that it improves when they use Nightwing and when they pull the actual costumes out and not what they have now. But first appearance is everything, and the first appearance of Titans has just it's terrible. Even if they have a good second season, it's not going to be good. Like people aren't going to like the second season because of how bad the first season has started off. And when you release Titans next to Daredevil, and you release Daredevil with where people can binge watch it, and Titans you can't binge watch, and you can't even like enjoy it because it's moving so slowly. People are gonna go, "This is absolute garbage." Like nobody's gonna watch Titan season 2 when Daredevil has already kind of showed them like this is a good superhero show, and it's still good regardless of how like it just keeps improving.
Yeah.
Titans it can improve, but because of the first appearance and because of DC being DC, I don't think it'll get a season 3. Now, if it does, I will publicly apologize to it, but I don't see it unless DC is going the woke route while they just throw money at it regardless of how bad it is.
Well, I think what might happen is it might end up being like Riverdale, and people who aren't fans of Titans will end up liking it, and it'll get
Well, here's
renewed
the
because of
thing.
that.
That they're going for a big SJW market, and we already know SJWs don't buy stuff.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I mean, we were able to find like multiple sites that pirated Titans within the first day it was out. That is not good.
Oh, Rick knows all about that, don't you, Rick?
What?
About the pirated Titans.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm in Canada. They don't know they're not the DC streaming thing isn't here, so
Well, I can tell you from working at a comic shop and from having friends that work at a comic shop that SJWs don't buy SJW books. They buy books where the men are sexualized, like Nightwing. Nightwing is one of the biggest SJW sellers because he's sexy. So a little bit of a lesson for everybody there that didn't know.
Oh,
yeah.
you ruined
The
it.
more you know.
I didn't want to know that.
It's true.
Oh man, crazy. Oh man, what I don't get is you're paying for a service, DC Universe, and you don't get the whole Teen Titans season one crack, one time. That's just ridiculous.
Well, I'm thinking that what they're doing is they're trying to set it up to where, it's a. But the thing is, nothing interesting happens. Like when you do a weekly show, you want to put stuff in there that have people going, I can't wait for the next episode. Not people going, I can't wait to get drunk to the next episode. It's bad. And I think they're doing it because they want to set up like this big Nightwing arc. But if you're literally going to go this as slow as Titans is, you need to just release it at least 3 episodes at a time.
I would like to paraphrase Deathstroke and say Nightwing is no Batman.
Oh, there's the problem. They're sort of making him Batman-ish in it, being very brutal.
Well, the thing about the Batman and Titans is Batman kills, and that's why Dick Grayson is upset with him, which makes no sense because Dick Grayson's over there literally mauling people.
Yeah.
I like the old school Teen Titans where there was an issue. I can't remember what issue it was, but Robin compared himself to the Titans, and he knew that he was better than all the Titans. That he could take them all out at any time because he was trained by Batman. But he even said, I may be better than all of these guys. I don't know who he was talking to, but he said, I'll never be as good as him, which he was referring back to Batman, which I thought he was totally respectful of Batman. I don't know what issue that was, but I was like, oh, that is the character of Robin. He was trained by the best. He is one of the best, but he's still not the best yet.
See,
Nightwing's relationship with Batman, it's really complicated because he adores the guy, but at the same time, he lives in his shadow and knows it. Sorry, go ahead, Popire.
Bruce was kind of, if you go back and read the comics, Bruce was kind of awful to Dick. Like when you compare it to his relationship with Jason, Jason had it freaking good. Like Jason pisses me off because he's a whiny little. Can I curse here?
But that shows that Bruce cared about Dick.
Well, okay, the whole reason he adopted, not the whole reason he adopted Jason, but he rushed to adopt Jason. He didn't even adopt Dick until he was well into his adult years. That should tell you just and he's so mean to Dick. Like Dick is his most faithful Robin, and he's such a jerk to him. And you feel so bad for him because Jason like was treated so much better, and then Jason's the one that died. Dick was the one that had the skills to survive, and Bruce was a jerk to him. And Jason is a terrible, terrible character when he's Robin. And Dick was just a good little Robin that just wanted to make his dad happy, and his dad didn't love him.
He did love him. It was tough love. He didn't want Dick to get hurt. That's why he was so mean.
He didn't even go to his wedding.
Oh boy, he got married.
Yeah, I think it's New Titans. In New Titans 100, Dick and Starfire have a wedding, and Bruce doesn't even go to it because he doesn't like Starfire.
Man, I missed that.
Yeah.
I didn't know he got married.
Well, no, they didn't.
So
They
Batman's
didn't
a
get
member?
married. It got crashed, but he didn't show up to his wedding, which is kind of a bad thing to do.
So Batman's a member of the Cult of Raven? Is that what you're saying?
No, okay. So Batman doesn't. So from what I've read, Batman doesn't. Batman writers don't like sci-fi. And I got this confirmed by Chuck Dixon. But Batman writers hate Starfire. So they so if they do write her in, they don't write her in character. or they write it off like it barely happens. Like, because the whole relationship with Starfire is it develops Nightwing very, very, very well, and the Nightwing we all know and love today actually comes from a lot from Marv and his development with the character. But Batman writers hate Starfire. They do not like sci-fi in the Bat family, and Starfire having a relationship with Dick is sort of bad for a lot of the Bat family writers.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, because I don't want anybody with any real powers in that, because the whole Bat family is all non-powered.
No,
Which is kind of silly
there's
to
a
me.
lot of powered villains.
Pardon?
Villains, not heroes. I mean, if you've noticed, the most prominent Bat family relationships always are with people in the Bat family, which I think is kind of gross.
The only closest powered one would be a new character that they put in the New 52 called Gotham Girl.
Yeah, but she didn't stay.
I think she's still
You're telling
around,
me
but she's
that
part of the Bart.
Clark has no powers. You're telling me that Bane has no powers. You're telling me that
Yeah,
They're
but
not
he's
the Bat
not.
family, though.
okay.
He's a villain. We're talking by Bat family. We mean Batgirl, Batwoman, Robin. Spoiler.
Okay, okay.
Catwoman, sometimes Huntress. I guess, does Catwoman have powers? Like, does she have like some sort of like
Nope.
ability?
No,
No.
she has no power.
Nope.
She's
So
not supposed to.
So she's just a crazy cat lady.
But
Yep.
she's a well trained. She's an orphan, and she trained herself from a young age.
I thought
to
she had
steal.
like something that allowed her to like. Have,
You're
like,
probably
a
thinking
feline
of the
thing.
You're probably thinking the Catwoman movie, and that's nowhere near close to canon.
See,
Yeah.
I don't read
Any-
a lot of stuff outside of Titans, so I was just kind of going off of what I thought about the character from reading her.
Yeah, the only time that she's ever been extra powered has been temporarily and because it worked with the story.
I gotcha.
What story was that?
Well, there was this one, I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was once a storyline where she wanted like this figurine of Bast, and it led to some crazy cult, and she ended up getting the powers temporarily.
Okay.
All right, it is 2:30. I have to head out.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
Have a good one.
Starfire
me
is
too.
better than Raven. Bye, guys.
Hopefire, before you
That's
go,
right.
Hopefire. Did she leave?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I was going to tell her her fundraiser to promote her fundraiser.
Oh well. Hopefully she'll be on again.
Yeah, just go. It's a Titan fundraiser. Just go to her Facebook website. I'm pretty sure you guys can find it if you guys punch in Titans fundraiser. Or go to her channel. I'm assuming she's has a video on that, or she should have one. All right, let's go catch up on the chats. If I can see where in the hell we had. Okay. Alrighty. Jeremy Loft said, "Tasty, tasty gum." I have no clue. Jeremy Loft.
No.
the boot.
When we're talking about Titans and
Okay.
all that.
They should call her Misfire. She's forgetful.
Ooh.
Then John Dillard said, "Boring chat. So far, will you denounce here and now, Jimmy?" She said she would not. Profiles. Joshua Hughes said, "Oh, hey, Profile, I was just about to go to sleep. Just want to stop by and say that Raven is better than Starfire. To remind you that John Dillon is a member of our cult. Hail Raven." And Jiminy Lot said, "Oh, snap. I don't know you, Jeremy Lot, so I can't make funny things about you. Don't want to step on your toes yet." Okay, Joshua Hughes said, "Trash fire, too old, Raven, too young." Pope Raven, hail Pope Fire. Jeremy said, it's like a parody of Dark DC. And John Dillard said, I denounce Pope Raven now. Do it, unless you're a filthy liar. Jeremy Lott said, switch to whiskey. Yes, that would be pretty. That would be a pretty sight to see Pope Fire switch to whiskey. If she can't handle some 6% alcoholic beverage, I can imagine what 80 proof will do to her. We don't do that.
Knock her on her behind.
You don't want to see that. Okay. And
Knock me on my behind.
John Dillard had a open face, like, oh, did that switch to whiskey? And Pope Raven said, how dare you, John? Jeremy said, rum and Mexican Coke, which I still think would knock her on her butt, that's for sure. Mighty Geek Studio said, I am a professional bartender, Pope Fire, so I will mix you up something special for you. Ooh, watch out for that, Mighty Geek. Joshua Hughes said, John Dillard, give me the system. You didn't denounce Raven, though, so you may be forgiven for your sin. Mighty Geek said, likes to spike drinks. Pope Raven said, Mighty Geek likes to spike the drinks. Yeah, I could see that coming. Jeremy said, you never get a second chance to make a first dumpster fire. Ooh, is that Teen Titans that much of a dumpster fire, Rick?
Like Hope Fire said, I don't care whether I want to see the whole series, yes, but if it takes me 10 years to see it, oh well. And I'm I'm really big usually on watching my superhero TV stuff or whatever.
Cool. Joshua Hughes said, good dog, can you read my comments so I can go to sleep now, please? Oh, how long ago was that? Oh, that was about 10 minutes ago. John Dillard said, I'm John Dillard, gave me the system. I do what I want. I will drink rum and eat tres leche Mexican cake and still outdraw EVS. Okay, tree milk cake you're gonna eat and still beat. Yeah, because he only eats pie. Come on, pie fills you up. That's why you'll beat EVS. Pope Raven, how can you outdraw EVS even if you can't draw faces?
Hey, he outdrew Kanan, so.
No. We're talking about John Dillard. John Dillard can't.
Yeah. No, what I mean is John Dillard outdrew Kanan, and Kanan outdrew EVS.
Right.
So John Dillard can outdraw Ethan.
Well, I can make the same damn thing. I can make the same comment.
Well, it's just like we know that Darth Vader can beat Dracula because Anakin beats Christopher Lee in the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
True. And Mighty
Yeah, but it's two different franchises, so.
Shh.
Still counts.
Shh. I'm reading here. Mighty Geek Studios say, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Okay. John Dillard gave me something, and I'll still wake up hungover and do my morning show with my sidekick, Captain Maple Syrup, Rick Piper. That's what he wrote down. I'm just reading what he
I
said.
know. I can take a joke. You see me getting all hot and bothered, or probably the wrong term.
Bothered? What are you doing over there? Is Nasser with you?
I hope not.
He's been watching that sexy party.
Joshua Hughes said Raven knew that she was better than Starfire. Pope Raven said, Pope Fire. Oh man, should I even say this?
I don't know. I can't see it. It's up to you.
Can of worms is open.
No.
What kind of worms are they, Manny?
Pope Fire. I love Richard too. John Hughes. Batman is my people. Batman.
people.
My people. My people, look at my dirty fingers.
Boo people.
My people, spread the cheddar. Spread the cheddar. John Dillard,
Spread
What
the cheddar. Eat the
look,
butter.
look. No one loves.
what about mozzarella? Can we spread the
I'm
mozzarella?
just gonna read it already. I'm not gonna censor it. John Dillard said, "Look, look. No one loves Dick more than me, but Raven clearly." Oh, and Pope Raven says, "I love Dick way more than you do, John."
They're talking about Richard Grayson, folks. Richard
Eh,
Grayson.
Yes. Oh yes. I dream about Dick. Do you, John? Catwoman has no powers," said Mighty Geek. Joshua Hughes said, "DC has too many powered heroes for Gotham to have no powered heroes. But then Batman would have competition." Hmm.
Actually, most of the Gotham heroes aren't powered, I would say. Yeah, you have Bane. He's only powered because of a drug.
Yeah.
Riddler's not powered. Joker's not powered.
Okay. Well,
Penguin.
let me finish this off, and then I'm gonna hit you with all the powered villains that they have. Okay. So, Pope Raven said, "Ha ha ha." John Dillard said, "I don't think so. I'll travel to any comic shop so I can get my dick fix. I'll take my dick any way I can get it." This is horrible. Oh man. Just setting me up there, Mr. Dillard. Thanks a lot. Oh,
Now that's gaming the system.
yeah, that is totally good.
John Dillard.
John Hughes said, "Wait." Oh, Pope Raven said, "You are a fake dick lover, John." Oh my goodness. That's what Hughes. You should
You
have
know it's gonna
commented
get worse from here, right?
first. Just add awesome say, "Yo, I gotcha." Just add awesome said, "Who gave Madman Pope Raven a wrench?" That's me. I did. Joshua Hughes, invite Booster. Joshua Hughes, invite Pope Raven. I'm a girl, Booster. Just that awesome says, "Show Bobs." Show Bob.
Yes, show
I,
us the bobs.
show the Bob because John
Show
Dillard.
us those bobs like RT Bear.
Yeah, they want to see the Bobs. John Dillard just likes to see the dick. Grayson. Pope,
It's Nightwing.
okay, I'll DM you. Just that awesome. LOL. I don't mind if people know my name. It isn't much of a secret. John Hughes, message retracted. Pope Raven, message retracted. Just that awesome say, "I thought you had Bobs." Pope Raven said, "I have Bobs." Joshua Hughes retracted. Eagle 43 said, "Clayface has powers." Yes, Batman villains have a lot of powers. I mean, you
Yeah,
can go. I mean, you got Killer Croc, you got
yeah,
Bane,
he has
you got.
strength, but
I mean,
that's
that's a power. That's a power. You got Blockbuster, which I think they killed him off, but he was like one of
no,
the
he's back. Again, it's only strength, and
Poison
it's not like on the level of like Superman strength.
Poison Ivy. Come on,
It's sort of, yeah, plant
sort
type
of,
power.
sort of. That is a power there. That is a superpower, man.
Sorta.
Yeah,
She's downright elemental.
yeah. Hey, you know who is the best Poison
Yeah.
Ivy ever? The best Poison Ivy ever in any movies was the girl that's in the Flash comics. I mean, the Flash superhero show now. When she was that Poison Ivy kind of character in Sky High, that was awesome. That one scene.
Yes.
I was
And
like,
Flash,
oh,
Poison Ivy.
have you seen Sky High?
Yeah, I've seen Sky High.
When she commanded all those plants to come out, I was like, oh, that would be a perfect Poison Ivy. She has the look. I mean, that was a
Oh,
great scene.
oh yeah, but she wasn't Poison Ivy. Yeah, she'd make a great Poison Ivy.
I mean, that was totally Poison Ivy. I mean, that was all all the superheroes was in that movie. Like, come on, total ripoffs.
Yeah, well, that's what it was supposed to be, rip-offs.
Yeah. Alrighty. Pope Raven, John, can you draw dick on my blank paper?
Better specify what type.
And just add awesome. Agreed with me, Poison Ivy. And Pope Raven, maybe I'll change my name to Pope Dick. Well, um, then Joshua Hughes said, Two-Face has the power to perfectly flip his coin whenever dropping it.
No, he doesn't. He
And then
doesn't.
and just add awesome said, do it, do it, do it, John Dillard. Draw that dick for Pope Raven. Dick Grayson, that is.
That's right. That's our booster, our future fan champ.
Our
Challenge John Dillard gaming the system.
Booster, you're gonna have a lot of votes tomorrow, so you better bring it.
Is
You
Booster
want
in
to
the
see
chat?
all the bobs and hairy legs you can bring.
Yes, I want to see Bob's.
Bobs and hairy legs.
Well, I draw nice Bobs, but I don't draw hairy legs.
See, that's why you just can't hold up the booster, man. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
You got to have the hairy legs and the bobs.
you went there. Come on, why would you go there?
What can
Yeah,
I
but
say? It's my hetero man crush.
Booster, you have a crush on Booster.
It's a hetero man crush.
Ooh, Booster said he will bring hairy Bobs.
Who? I'm game.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to borrow the kids' devices to vote. I'm joking, of course, folks. I only vote once.
where is he?
No, I'm serious. I only vote once. It's too much of an inconvenience to vote more than once. I'm
Well,
lazy.
you're going to get 5 votes from my house, Booster. I'll vote twice, and my wife, Skunk Girl, and Pope Rogue will vote for you. Unless somebody comes into the thing tomorrow night and walls me, and I'm like, well, we can't really vote for Booster. This guy deserved it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow night. So you better bring it, Rick. You better be practicing.
What do you think of my Skeletor so far?
You better be you better go get another what you call that? Here.
Sketchpad?
No, I'll show you what you should draw. This is what I would have drawn. Here, I'll show you exactly what I would have drawn tonight if I was on that show. This would have been one of the winning. This will win you tomorrow if you do this. Get rid of that cube and put his staff in there, and have his head tilted down a little bit, not looking off to the side. Have him just tilt down. That way, all you have to do is concentrate on the head and the chest. That's all you need. You don't need a full body. You go in there drawing a full body, you're gonna lose. That's the whole trick to these drawn in quarters. All you gotta do is do an upper chest, face, and do that staff.
Well, last week with Freddy, if you know, I didn't notice I didn't draw the whole body.
No, I mean that's a mistake. The reason why you don't want to draw the whole body is everything will be lost. Tank was won that night that we were going against each other. His was more dynamic than mine. His body was
which one?
Small. It was too
small.
small.
The Lobo?
No, the Starfire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your Starfire was too small. If your Starfire was as big as my Starfire, that would have been hard for me to beat. Okay. I mean, I know that. I mean, like, oh my goodness, his Starfire was just too small. Couldn't see it. But I could see it after when I freeze framed it. It was a good It's just too small. So going into these competitions, you guys don't try to draw the whole body. Just try to draw the best part of the body.
Yeah.
Capture
But
that.
tomorrow, or I'm going to try and find. I've done in my opinion, I've done a really good one.
Pope Raven just said, Booster, why don't you just copy and paste? Oh, man.
Booster is a fine artist.
Yes, he is coming.
He's
Well,
he must create from his heart, otherwise it's just not boosterific. I'm such a big fan of Booster, you can call me Skeets.
Skeets.
yeah.
Wasn't that the little computer that followed him around or something?
Yes, it was.
That's right, that was his robot sidekick.
Oh, it's been like 20 years since I read a Booster Gold comic book. Jeez.
Oh, Booster Gold was my jam.
I bought every single one, but like I said, it's been so long since I read it.
I like they were having a comic for him when the new 50 was it just before the new 52 came out or before or after? He was becoming the protector of the multiverse.
Oh yeah, they turned him into a Time Lord, which was fine and whatnot. It was fun. But when they killed Ted Cord Blue Beetle, that was it, man. No, it was all about blue and gold.
They killed
It's all
off
about
Blue
blue and
Beetle?
gold.
They
They
killed.
did.
Oh,
Tech
man.
Cord Blue Beetle.
Seriously?
Yeah,
My God.
Yeah.
It was
the best Blue Beetle ever.
Booster and Beetle together always.
Yeah, blue and gold, man. Blue and gold. That's what it's all about. Hashtag bring back blue and gold.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I like Tech Cord better than the present one as well.
okay, so Pope Raven said, I hope Booster wins. Booster said, Tank, I thought what we had was 100% homo. What?
Oh, my bad. I should have been more clear of yeah, let's go to the pub and knock back a few pints, mate.
He
Sorry, I
also,
had to translate to Kiwi.
yeah, so Booster also said, disgusting, I am betrayed. Joshua, Joshua Hughes said, I hope James Gibson wins instead. Who's James Gibson? Is he on tomorrow or something?
I have no idea.
John Dillard said, no, I already mailed the blank page talking to Pope Raven. Pope Raven said, I always vote for Booster because everyone else on Fan Edition always suck. Really? I did not suck. Tank does not suck.
I don't completely suck.
Well,
Sometimes.
not in public.
Joshua Hughes at John Dillard. Serious? LOL. Pope Raven, that's okay. John, thanks, John. I'm looking forward to getting my blank paper. Booster just that awesome said, okay, I can't draw anything but a guy standing there because I don't know shit about perspective, but I will try. Oh man. You better teach Rick perspective also, Booster. You don't want to listen to me. I tried to teach him the other night. He didn't even take any of my lessons. I feel so slighted, Rick. Pope Raven, Booster, why don't you just copy paste or trace? Booster said, shit, I should have thought of that. Joshua Hughes, so you're gonna give Skeletor hairy boobs, hairy bobs.
I think you'll lose.
Oh my goodness. Risey, Toxic Fan Lee said, Grayson. John Dillard gave me the system. I just need a mailing address so I can tell FedEx to stop flying around and land somewhere. Pope Raven, what is a mailing address? Booster said, I hear Ted Cord and Booster Gold might meet up in Heroes in Crisis. So I guess they bought back Booster and they bought back Beetle.
Well, they never
Oh,
killed
okay.
off Boost. They never killed off Booster,
Mm.
No, he's always been around.
Right.
but they killed
Not
off
even
Ted.
Doomsday could kill Booster.
Cool.
Smash his head in a car door, but
Right.
not dead.
Hey, YZ Toxic Fan said, just add awesome. That would be awesome. Pope Raven said, I am James Gibson. Just said awesome. Say, I'm Spartacus. Joshua Hughes said, I am James Gibson. Just said awesome. Said, I am Gibson. I'm waiting for Joshua Hughes said, you are James Gibson. And John Phillips said, yes, out loud. I'm in public. Pope Raven. Raven said, James Gibson is a low T soy boy. SJW White Knight. Insult. Do you have that like copy and paste? Poke fire. You've done that twice already. Oh my goodness. Just add off some. I hear James Gibson is kind of cool. Ooh. So now we all got to go find out who is this James Gibson. See what he has on his YouTube channel if he has one, or Facebook, or DeviantArt, or something. Now we're all curious. Awesome. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna take a breather for a minute,
Oh, go for it.
but I got some of the inking done.
Okay.
Can you guys see that? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to make noise so it stays on your thing.
Or you can lock
La
it
la
on
la
them.
la. Connect the dots. La 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 la. Connect the dots.
Very nice.
Yes. So blah 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 blah. And wah 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 wah. Yes, ma'am. Wah 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 wah. Ma'am, I think that's against the law. Wah wah.
I don't remember that in any of the Snoopy specials.
It was one of those after school specials
Oh, the
in the
after
early
school
90s.
Snoopy.
Yeah. Never got aired except
Oh,
in my mind.
oh, it's wonderful.
Um well, yeah, I thought of the idea because they had a whole bunch of like, bad touches after school special type deals.
Mm.
And it was taking up my cartoon time and I was like, what's next? Charlie Brown? Wah 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 wah. Ma'am, I don't like that. That's an unwanted advance. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, so now we know who James Gibson is. Uh,
The
just
evil tank.
that awesome said, I hear James Gibson is kind of cool. Pope Raven said, James Gibson is a really good artist. Joshua Hughes said, no one will ever know who James Gibson really is unless someone blabs his secret identity out during a live stream. Oh, well, good night. Thank you for telling me who James Gibson is just now, Joshua Hughes. I finally connected the dots. Pretty cool. Joshua Raven. Good night again, Joshua.
Speaking of connecting the dots.
Yeah. It took a while. Like, whoa, okay, cool. I did not see that live stream, but it was mentioned earlier on our live stream. So interesting, cool.
What was? What
Well,
was?
I'll tell you later. Don't want to dox that person anymore.
Uh-huh.
If
Well,
you chat and if you're here earlier, you can connect the dots. That's all I'm saying.
If you missed it, so sad, too bad.
And it's kind of obvious, Rick.
yeah, if I wasn't so tired, maybe I think I know who it is.
John John gave me the system, said, Rick, go to sleep. I need my sidekick. I am nothing without Curly to my Mo.
Well, I got to
The
show
Hardy to
something.
his Laurel.
Oh,
My
The Gracie Allen to his George Burns. Sorry.
hey, we've been on
wah, wah,
almost,
wah.
almost 3 hours. What do you expect? Oh my goodness.
So there is my Skeletor for tonight.
Very nice. Now, what you need to do, I'm serious. Do you have any tracing paper on you?
Oh, I think I got some somewhere, but not the
Okay.
best.
So,
Certainly not this big.
so you take your tracing paper, put it over your drawing, and do the circles, the rib cage, the circles for the arm joints, the wrist joints. Trace it over
Yeah.
your drawing. Take that, superimpose it over it, so you can improve. I mean, practice it tomorrow if you're going to be on drawn and quarter, so you can do that again with your improvements. Go on Google Images. Go find that pose. Go download that pose and practice. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, I was planning on practicing tomorrow for sure.
but but,
After I get off my stream,
but
John
please,
and mine.
please, I mean, you could even scan that and put that into your your program and do all the tracing on your computer. You know,
Yeah.
practice,
Well, good as
practice. I mean, tonight people got to see me redraw my underdrawing. That's all I did. I haven't even thought about doing inking yet. I'm just trying to
yeah.
make sure I got the body proportion correct. Now, I drew it out tonight. I'm going to look at it tomorrow and see all my mistakes that I made tonight. And I'm most likely going to have to redraw stuff all over again. You know,
Yeah.
majority of it might be good, but I bet I look at it tomorrow and I'm going to be saying, what's wrong with that hip? That hip don't look right, or whatever's. But I mean, it just ain't going to come the very first time you draw something. You can always make improvements. But I don't think you can make any improvement to this. This is just too awesome. I will send this to you. I'll DM this to you.
Uh-huh.
I'll DM it to you, and I'll also tweet it out to you. And hopefully you'll retweet it and give yourself some publicity, man.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll at Tank.
Well, I'll end up, for sure. I'm gonna end up putting it up on my fan stuff.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, not only your fan stuff, like I said, put this up on your
yeah.
your screenshot for when you start up your show or something. You know,
Yeah.
until you can make something like this will be the best thing for your your show. I mean, you saw mine's. I mean, every time I appear in your show, it's like I take up the screen. Good Dog Press. Everybody knows who the hell Good Dog Press is when I get there. I don't have an
Yeah.
icon. I got the whole damn page blasting people with it. Be proud of your Canadian Shield. I'm not the only one telling you that. John
Yeah.
is telling you that. Be proud of your
At
That's
no,
Canadian
right.
at,
Shield.
at no time have I not been proud of my Canadian Shield.
But that's the first thing people should be.
I'm proud of my whole universe
But you
that
need
I've created.
you need that one standout comic character, and
Yeah.
that's what's going to represent you is that big red and white character in the middle of your screen with your cross comics right next to it. So people will see that and think of cross comics. They're going to think of that big maple leaf. You know,
Uh,
brand yourself, brand yourself, brand yourself.
oh, brand myself, I know, and I've been doing that for 10 years minimum.
It's only a start.
Like I said, minimum. I've had the name Cross Comics probably for 15, 20 years, you know. Once I finally decided, I went through a few different names, but I ultimately decided on Cross Comics. And since then, I've been branding myself. I've been lots and lots of people in my life know that I have comics. I do comics. Unfortunately, that's about all they know it, but no matter how much I pester them, they don't go and buy or whatever. They're all lip service to me.
Okay. So John Diller is saying, "Stop yawning." That's you, Rick.
Yeah.
Go to bed. I need you in 5 hours. Ha ha ha. Pope Raven
Yeah.
said, "Is Rick James Gibson?" John Dillard said, "You are the Grayson to my Dick."
Actually, the Canadian Shield is one of 7 of my key characters.
Well, he should be. You should just only think of one character right now. Don't worry about 7. Think of
Yeah.
one. Push
Well,
one character.
yeah. Well, I pushed the Canadian Shield first. I do that, and I've been pushing his comic for 2 years,
Okay.
and I've gotten 2 sales. And I'm not trying just to build a character. I'm trying to build a universe. So not just a character, but a universe.
Cool. You get there. We
Yeah.
should all. Okay. John Hughes and Joshua Hughes said we should all be focusing our attention on doxing Jiminy Cricket. Hashtag dox Jiminy Cricket. Pope Raven. Jiminy Cricket is James Gibson. Pope Raven. I don't know what I typed. That's how torso huge. That's what John Dillard said. I guess he's saying my huge Canadian shield. Pope Raven. I'm going to repost that. Pope Raven also say jokes. I don't repost trash. Mighty Geek Studios. Canadian Shield is your key character. I agree, Mighty Geek. Everybody agrees. And Tank Ferret, that's right, Mighty Geek. That's right, Tank Ferret. You got all these artists telling you concentrate on Canadian Shield, Rick.
Yes. And like I said, I have been quite a bit. But I also want to bring along in the wake my other few
Okay,
characters.
let me ask you a question. When you go on Mike Miller's uh, live stream, what is he drawing?
Lone Star.
What is Ethan Van Sciver drawing on his streams?
Well, he's drawing mainly Cyberprog, but I
Okay,
don't know how. I don't know how
what is Doug Tenapos drawing on his streams?
he's drawing Bigfoot Bill. But the
What is
question
what is Manny Correa from Good Dog Press drawing on his stream?
you are drawing Skunk Girl.
Uh,
Now I know you
do
have
you
a
see the
lot of
pattern? Do you see the pattern?
yeah, I see
It,
that pattern, but I also see another pattern in there. How many intellectual properties has Ethan developed? How many has Doug developed for comics? How many has Lone Star developed for
right
comics?
now, they are only focusing on one IP, and that's what you should be doing. That's
Well,
all we're saying. That's all we're
yeah,
saying.
yeah, I get that, but see, my universe, I've constructed my universe in a way that all of them need to come out very close together. And like I said, I've been focusing on this one character for 2 years, and I'm going to continue focusing on him till it's a major focus on him till
Okay,
it's printed up.
this this is
But like,
this is what Mighty Geek said. Your flagship character will introduce your readers to your universe. Okay,
yeah,
and then Pope Raven said Manny draws trash. Every stream, Manny draws trash. But funny how Pope Raven always likes to come on my streams and watch me draw the trash. I think secretly Pope Raven likes Skunk Girl.
Yep.
I think they all have crushes on Skunk Girl.
Well, and speaking of flagship characters, I mean, my very icon is Scalpel Zero, the protagonist for my book coming out.
yeah.
And I draw her in the same outfit. Like she's one of them everyday clothes wearing characters, but she's not. She's only going to wear that outfit through like the first issue and part of the second issue. And then she never wears that outfit ever again. But it's just recognition, eyeball on sight.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Well, I
You-
should get going so I can get up like John's saying. To
Awesome,
be
man. You have yourself a great one.
Yes, you have a
okay.
great evening. We will see you tomorrow, Rick.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
We'll have a good
Not
night.
sure what time. I gotta find out what's happening for me for drawn and quartered.
Well, don't worry. Me and John will be dogging you the whole.
Yeah.
We're gonna be mean to you.
Yeah. No problem. I'll ignore you.
So which one of you is going to be dressed up like Lindsay Lohan since you're going to be a bunch of mean girls?
Ooh, John can do that. He
Okay.
loves Rick.
I'm holding to it. I want to see a live cast.
We have it on record that John said he loves Dick.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. Good night, Rick.
Okay.
Good night, Rick.
Have a good night. God bless.
And Pope Raven said, "No, I come for Rick, Tank, and John." And John Dillard gave me the system. Said, "Just stop, Manny. He doesn't want to succeed." It's so cruel. That is so
So
cruel.
mean.
Oh, look, Rick left, and then we got 2 more viewers. Oh, that's cruel.
That's mean.
Cruel.
Psychically, they knew.
They knew that Rick left, and now let's jump into the party.
Watch, they came here just for Rick, though. Now they're like, oh,
And they're like, oh, damn it.
these yahoos.
Oh, man, we got Manny and Tank. What the hell?
Man, talking about losing the lottery.
And oh, we actually have 1 more viewer. That's a bad omen. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I did not think that would happen.
What's that?
We picked up another viewer. Seriously.
Because the
Uh-oh.
party's just getting started,
It's
folks.
the party getting
Tune in.
started. Cross Comics has left the building. Now we can talk about stuff that John Dillard likes. He likes to talk about the dick.
Grayson.
Grayson.
Now,
Dick Grayson.
he says, he likes the dick, Grayson.
Mhm.
But the question is, which do you like better, Robin or Nightwing?
Good question.
I like Nightwing better, but that's just because he's not a Silver Age clownish character. Yeah, original Robin was very, very Silver Age and all sorts of shucks golly gee whiz Batman.
But not in the Titans, not in the Marv Wolfman and George Perez Titans. No, he was a really good character. I mean,
That's because that's also because that was the transitionary phase. I know a lot of people like to say the Bronze Age begins with the Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I would argue that the Bronze Age began a lot earlier with when Marvel and Vertigo were bringing up serious issues like substance abuse.
True.
I think that was when comics started getting a little real.
You talking about the Green Lantern, Green Arrow storyline with Speedy?
Yeah, Green Lantern, Green Arrow storyline with Speedy, Iron Man's alcoholism.
Well, that came a little bit later, but yeah,
It didn't. Yeah, that one did.
but
Yeah, no,
the Spider-Man drug story.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ticket. Yeah.
That's the one that they did not have the comic code on that issue. They had to take it off.
Yeah. That was a big deal when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to buy comics without the comic code. My mom would take them away.
See, that was the weird part is when I started reading comics, practically all comics had that comic code. But I think I bought Captain Canuck, which didn't have it.
Huh.
Yeah, because I was buying all kinds of weird stuff when I first started reading comics just to see what I liked. So I was buying the Marvel, DC, and whatever independents came out. And independents were just as cheap as Marvel and DC back then.
That's right.
You know, they weren't expensive. You know, they eventually became expensive, like twice as much, but not when they first came out. When they were cheaply newsprint kind of deal, they weren't that bad.
Yeah. Well, Marvel and DC had the purchasing power, and they had a gorgeous. There was a reason why Marvel and DC artists used to get paid so much, is because yeah, their comics cost the same, but their cost to print is so low that most of this is
Mhm.
profit,
Oh yeah,
and they could undersell indie comics when you went through like previews and stuff. Indie comics didn't get as cheap as Marvel and DC either if you were ordering in bulk.
oh yeah. So all more expensive, a little bit more expensive. Oh, let's see what John Dillard has to say now.
Uh-oh.
John Dillard said, "Leave Rick alone. He doesn't want people to know who Canadian is." Oh man, Mighty Geek Studios. What Rick doesn't realize is that Canadian Shield will introduce his other characters. Exactly. I mean, we've been all telling him that. You're right,
Yep.
Mighty Geek. I mean, that's all you need is one breakthrough character that hits, and then you can bring everybody else along for the ride. You guys think that I thought that Skunk Girl was going to bring me to the party? No, but I'm going to stick with Skunk Girl. She's doing pretty good for me so far. Spider-Man issue that didn't get the code approved exactly. Stanley wrote that as a favor to the Department of Health. That Spider-Man anti-drug storyline. Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know that. Thank you, Mighty Geek. You are a comic.
And around that time, we start seeing more titles without the Comic Code Authority, and it kind of signals the beginning of the end of the Comic Code Authority. I like that. Comic Code Authority was just McCarthyism disguised um, um, yeah, it was McCarthyism. It was just garbage.
And now McCarthyism has come back to haunt us, people.
Right?
Yep.
Oh my goodness! I thought we were done with that.
Nope, only certain people can speak their minds. Other people can't.
If you don't, you're a fascist.
Yeah. Better watch out your trigger
Instead of a
word.
commie.
Uh,
Oh man.
John, I,
Anyway.
I really don't want to read John's next comments. I
Oh
agree with
no.
I agree with your comments, John. Yes, but I won't read it to the public. The public can read it. They can read the chat. I'm not gonna repeat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll read it. John Dillard,
No,
give me
no,
the
don't read
system.
it out. Don't read it out. We
Okay.
yeah. We agree with you, John. Everybody can read it for themselves. But we
Yeah.
understand.
It can get hard.
It's what's I don't know how long Rick has been in the public showing his artwork. Me myself, I went through the college system. I have a degree in art, so I will show you guys what I can do one day. I will make a video. So I do know what the hell I'm doing. I do have skills of a particular sort, so to say. So every
That's
single day
nice.
that I went to college, and I do have I have two degrees, but I have one degree in painting. And every single day I had a teacher tell me I sucked and pointed out to me everything that I sucked at. So I have built a very thick skin over the years of learning how to just take the criticism, look at what I did, and yeah, I really do suck at that. I think I need to change it. So I have accepted long time ago that when you're doing artwork, yeah, sometimes you're not gonna hit it on the first try. You got to go back and fix it. Maybe Rick needs to learn that. So that's the only thing. I mean, I don't think he's been in the business as long as I have. I don't think he's been in the business as long as you have, Tank. I mean, I bet you've had your horror stories that you could tell everybody about being rejected and telling that you suck.
Oh. Oh yeah, brutally, brutally. I mean, I won't repeat those words unless it's like an adult channel. Um, the words that came out of the DC comic submissions editor in 1990. That was hard. But I took it in stride.
Hmm.
And the guy in front of me, I didn't tell this part the first time I told the story. The guy in front of me was, I was 13, dude. I was a punk kid. The guy in front of me was an adult in athletic shape. You know, seemed like I talked to them in line. They were a real, go getter type of personality. I watched that person walk away in tears and throw their portfolio in the garbage.
Ooh. Yeah,
I pulled it out of the garbage and I ran up to the person and said, "Look," and I said, "You gotta have a thick skin. Don't take it personally. Go see this person. Go see that person. I know that they're really nice. I met them last year. I haven't had my portfolio reviewed by them, but I saw them review portfolios and they have a kind hand, you know. But yeah, you gotta have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin because I've had my work thrown at me before. Actually, like thrown across an office and yelled, "This is C word," and and they were aiming for my head, man. I had to duck.
I had a teacher.
And that's Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, I had a teacher that would come in. He smoked cigarettes in the class. This is the days where people used to smoke wherever they could, and he
Right.
would just walk up to your painting and blow smoke on your painting as he's ripping me a new a-hole. And he was well known in our community too, so it wasn't like he didn't know his shit, you know. So he was just ripping me in front of everybody else. It made me look so small. I'm like, really? I mean, I put my heart and soul into this for the last week, and he just tore it apart. Fun times.
Yeah, and that's totally not the way that you're supposed to do it. I think the way that that people are supposed to do it. I think the way that you do it, Manny, the way that you uh, offer your criticism is very constructive. I like it a lot. You're less a critic and more of a developmental editor. You know what I mean?
He
Like
had
you're helping to develop it.
Rick has great ideas,
He does.
very great ideas. I mean, that Wonder Woman Canadian style, I never saw that before until I saw him show that picture to John this morning. And I'm like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna jump on that. I'm gonna take his idea and do what I would do. Because his idea was very 1940-ish, uh, very, very conservative. I mean, you guys saw my Wonder Woman that I made for him. Uh, kind of high on the bobs, that's for sure. Kinda
Bob's.
big. Yeah, bobs are kind of big, and I mean, she's a total rip off of Wonder Woman. I mean, the face and everything, but come on, that could sell.
Yeah.
That Canadian maiden, she could sell easily. You know,
Oh, absolutely.
as a
Similar to legally distinct from.
oh, you know that she's gonna appear in Skunk Girl now. She's gonna be an SJW. She will be there. That's for sure. The Canadian maiden will. I mean, I didn't have her last week, but she's gonna be in the book now. Definitely.
So wait, does that mean in Rick's universe, Skunk Girl's evil?
Uh, I thought you knew that Skunk Girl was evil in all universes.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that's just another reason why Scalpel Zero and Skunk Girl have to have a team up because they're just trouble.
Okay. I mean, this is the very first page to Skunk Girl. Let me pull that up for everybody.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
This is the splash page to Skunk Girl. If this doesn't tell you the story about Skunk Girl right off the bat, nothing will. This establishes exactly what her character is all about. See it, Tank?
Yes, sir.
It's like you got a naughty girl stepping out of a safe with 2 bags of cash in her hand, giving you the look.
I love it.
I completely redrew this. I mean, the original drawing for the first page was this. I don't know if you saw it. This was the original drawing 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
I said, that ain't working. That ain't good enough. That's just blah, boring. Don't want that. But I do like
I
this.
remember when you're drawing the new one.
Yeah. It's like,
I loved it.
this is way different. I mean, it just punched it up a notch, that's for sure.
Yeah, like in the first one, she's posing for a photo shoot. In the second
Mm,
one, she's been caught in the act.
exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's the very first picture you guys gonna see of her, and it tells you exactly what she's all about. That's why I have this other sketch. Pope Raven's still in the chat. I have a sketch of Blackfire, and it's freaking awesome. I mean, this sketch, it's not just a pinup. It just tells you the whole character. Just looking at it, it makes you feel small. That she's just looking down upon you, and you're just a peon compared to Blackfire. So I'll draw that one day.
I'll be right back.
Okay, I'll go read the chats. All right,
It's funny. I was gonna say after these messages, I'll be right back.
okay, take your time. The Mighty Geek Studio said the Comics Code Authority removed the tweet from comics. Yes, they did, but now I don't even think that there's a comic code anymore. I think it's just voluntary. John Dillard gave it a system. He needs to accept help from people that are helping his character gain traction. Yes, and his community wants him to succeed also. I mean, I look at Cross's people who come in to see Cross every night, and he has a very loyal following, and they want him to succeed also. Mighty Geeks, the misses are your lessons. Yes, I agree with that so much. I mean, everything in life, you don't you don't learn from your achievements. You learn from all the mistakes that you've made to improve upon. Mighty Geek said, I've sent publishers ash cans and got rejected 50 times at least. Oh, yes. I think we've all been rejected by the big companies. I know I have. Mighty Geeks, this was after I got my degree in graphic design. Yep, the editors don't care what degrees you have. All they care about, well, before, all they cared about is if you're doing the style that they were doing at the time. Obviously, it doesn't work that way now. All it is just politics. And, and seriously, my son draws better than some of these comic artists.
It ultimately comes down to like, will it sell?
That's what it used to be,
That's all they care about. Is this gonna make money?
and that's what it should be. It should be that way.
Yeah.
Ah,
I remember when I was growing up, Julia Schwartz used to challenge me on my characters and my storylines all the time. And I remember when I was a really young teenager, I used to take it quite personally.
oh man. So let me get through these last two chats, which was pretty awesome what Mighty Geek said. Mighty Geek said, Skunk Girl is a classic vixen. And then John Dillard had to go ruin that great statement by Mighty Geek by saying Skunk Girl is a classic vixen. Very classic, ancient. Thanks, John Dillard. The man that draws women with manly faces. Oh man, John, are you ever gonna put that Princess Leia on your website and be proud of that Princess Leia that you drew? Oh man, I kept on
Oh my goodness.
I mean, he kept on complaining about my Princess Leia being too old. Hey, I take the old versus the man.
I just fouled mine up. That's what
Oh,
happened.
well, yeah, yours was just so
Terrible.
fouled up that a couple days later it looked like Skeletor. What the hell were you thinking?
I overworked it.
Oh yeah, that Leia was just not happening that night. All
Although
right.
I have to admit, I laughed when Skeletor was the one that was voted for tonight.
I knew Skeletor was going to be voted for. I didn't vote for Skeletor.
Neither did I.
I voted for
I wanted Chitara.
I I didn't vote for Chitara. I voted for Thunder.
See, that's another really good. It was so hard to decide, but I was like, I want to see what they could do with the Chitara. I want to see some speed effects, some blur lines. I want to see people draw something fast in
Hmm.
2 hours.
Right.
Um, like what Doug TenNapel did tonight with the Skeletor smashing the He-Man action figure. Like that
Hmm.
that speed effect that he got was gorgeous. It was like a motion blur.
Yep. But that don't win contests like that. That's for sure.
Nope, didn't have enough Harry Bobs.
Yep. No Harry Bobs. So this was the ending to last night's stream. I got to go back in there and fix the face.
I'm on delay.
No problem. You'll get to that. Get to you.
Yeah, I love it. That you're right. The face you got to go in and fix it. It's a little cattywampus. But
Yeah.
other than that, actually, all the proportions are what are nice. She's
Hmm.
like one of those girls, that has like when you break down her face individually, it's like, man, she is beautiful. You take it in whole, it's like, something's not right.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no, it's gorgeous, dude.
that's what I told
I
the child.
love it.
It's like I got to go back into it and rework it a couple days from now, when I can step back and just divorce myself from the image and see what's wrong with it. So, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, the first thing I looked at this image, I'm like, why is her hair going one way and Snarf's hair going the other way? If there is wind blowing, shouldn't their hair go all be going in the same direction? It's like something's wrong,
Right.
you know. So I know
I love the expression too. I love the cocky expression, that
well,
self-satisfactory look.
yeah,
I'm just like,
I
yeah,
was I was
I'm
trying
that good.
yeah, I was trying to go for that cat got the mouse kind of look, a little, kind of arrogant look. That's all I was going for. Yeah, it's gonna.
Yeah, no,
I'll work on it
I,
when I
I would
get
say it's Smugless approved.
exactly a little smug on her face. I mean, that's what it should be. And of course, Dillard said I was just doing my my layup pose. Oh man, Mr. Dillard.
But I now see where your contour lines come from, since you said that you have a degree in painting. Like, you're blocking the hard shadows.
Well, it's been a while since I've done some paintings, though. That's the bad part. And I got some real nice paintings, but I haven't done them in a while. So what happens when you get a real job?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
So I've been for the last 2 years I've been forcing myself to get back into my job. I mean not my job, into my art. So ever since I started to get ready for the Comic Cons, I've been really hitting my artwork. So it's become like I have two full time jobs now, go to work for my 9 hours and come home and then draw for 8 more hours, and then get five hours of sleep and go back to work.
It sounds a lot like my life, only it all revolves around art. I mean, I do consultation type stuff. I help develop people's IPs and stuff. Anything I can do for money, you know?
Yep, that's what it's got to be. I mean, at one time I was digging ditches, whatever paid the bills.
I have done that before. I have gone out and dug ditches for money.
Literally, I was digging ditches and pouring concrete. Yeah, before I got the job that I have now. So I am very thankful for the job that I have now. And I feel sorry for some of the comic book artists out there that are making very little money for all the time that they put into their comic books. I don't know how they live.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah, you
see how.
gotta.
I mean, unless you're single and you live with a whole bunch of other artists, maybe. But if you have a family, I don't see how you can do it. It's crazy.
No, you gotta hustle.
Oh yeah.
You gotta hustle.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like always behind on my social media, is because I honestly don't have time to be on social media, but I have to have a web presence. So I work social media into my work schedule. Like deep beep beep beep. Oh, cool. I got 15 minutes social media, and then I get to go take a break.
From the time I leave my house to the time I come home, I have no social media because of the job that I have. I cannot take any personal electronic devices into my job. So
Fair
that
enough.
that is restricted. So I am just like one other comic gator that talks on those streams. So that kind of explains what I do for a living, who I work for, obviously.
Right. Well,
Uh,
no, I understand. I understand. I've held the paperwork that let me look behind the curtain as well, and I understand the restrictions that come with it,
so
and
so
the
that
things that awesome things you'll never be able to tell anyone.
that's why when somebody on this chat tonight said, "Oh, they're tapping into your stuff," I'm like, "No joke, duh. I know that already. Come on." Yeah, I know they are. They are keeping tabs on me. No shit.
That's your tax dollars at work, folks. National security at its finest.
Exactly. Making sure that their workers are doing the right thing and not giving away any secrets.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
No, that may actually, that level of security makes me feel safer because that means the enemy doesn't have the tech and the knowledge that we have.
yeah, yeah. It's fun.
Because I had to get a security clearance just to stay on my tank, to stay in my unit.
Mm-hmm.
We lost, and we already had minor security clearances because we were uh, we were relief brigade, so we were on call. We had to be deployable within 4 hours,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And and we lost, geez, like 40% of the guys in our battalion.
Because there's security clearance.
They couldn't get the security clearance to get on the brand new M1A2 SEPs, which are now declassified.
Jeez. Well, it's funny that way. It's funny because
Like,
when I went to
yeah,
get the job that I have right now, I remember the day that I showed up and there was like hundreds of people, going through the tests and not the tests, but getting their fingerprints taken and writing out all the forms for the background checks and stuff. And then
yeah.
time. So when we finally do get hired, it's like, oh, what happened to those other guys? Well, they didn't make the security, the final security check. They failed. A lot of people fail that security check. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, if you want a
Oh
job,
yeah,
I mean, you got to be squeaky clean. Uh, they they look at everything. That's for sure.
they
And
check. One of the first things they check is your credit rating,
oh yeah, that will get you fired real fast. Uh,
and yeah, it's better to have no credit than bad credit.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen it. Not me personally, but I've seen other people have to go to the security office and explain their credit score and stuff.
Yeah, I had to. I had to explain why I had no credit, and it was because I don't believe in living in debt. And I still have no credit to this day, which actually is coming to bite me in the butt a little bit because I want to buy a home
Mm,
before I actually have the money saved up.
yeah,
But yeah, no, I'm not a credit card person. I never have been.
which is very smart.
Yeah, it's. Well, I mean, I only like my personal. I consider myself to be underwater in debt, and I probably owe I owe just less than $1,000 total,
Um, that's good.
and I think that's crushing debt in my world.
Mm,
In my world, that's a very very bad statistic.
wow,
Yeah, I usually don't even go out on the weekends until I have like five figures in the bank.
cool, smart.
That way it's like, okay, I could be unemployed for like most of a year, and if I'm super frugal, um, I can survive.
Mm, yeah, not too many people know how to do that nowadays.
Yeah, I got called in for three items, which I was sweating bullets. I so wanted to be on the new tank. I was so nervous because my mom was a hippie in the 70s, in the 60s and
Ooh,
70s. Yeah, and she was on the FBI watch list.
uh,
When I was a kid, our phones were tapped because she was very politically vocal. And she was always standing up for freedom and free speech and freedom of religion and freedom to be whomever you are. Yeah, no, no. And my grandfather, though, was what really was my saving grace. He was a G-man under J. Edgar Hoover, like one of the G-men,
yeah.
not an FBI agent, just
Mm,
just an FBI agent. No,
mm.
he's one of the scary ones.
The men
I
in
never
black.
liked my grandfather.
The men in black.
Yeah, he was one of the men in black, one of
Uh,
the G-men.
yep. All right. As we're killing the stream right now.
Uh-oh.
Well, not only killing the stream, it's getting to that time of the night where my voice is going, and
Oh, jeez, Louise.
yeah, and it's late for you.
I just saw the time.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
it's
supposed to be in bed.
we're having fun. I'm shocked that you're still
That's
here with
true.
me. All right, so before I
I,
wrap this up, you guys see on the screen, you did get what you came for. I did. There was no clickbait tonight on my title, which I usually put clickbait. You guys did get the unbreathable skunk girl lounging on her bed, and you do have Stink, Stank, and Stunk on the drawing. That is her pet skunks. That is her henchman in the book. So that kind of, I mean, you guys saw the very first page, the splash page I showed you guys. It gives you an idea that she's a real bad girl, which which we need in comics. We need a little bit of bad girl. Like I said, this is going to be a parody of Squirrel Girl, and Squirrel Girl is supposed to be all good, nice, goody two shoes. Skunk Girl ain't nothing like that. Skunk Girl is a stinker. Bad pun, but that's the way it's going to be. I hope you guys
I
enjoyed.
love it.
I hope you guys enjoyed me redrawing. I mean, you guys saw the. I'll show you guys the what we started off with was my sketch, my little bit more than a thumbnail sketch. just what I really wanted. I wanted Skunk Girl to be lounging on her bed after she did her bank heist, and then we redrew it to make sure I get the proportions right. I'm not too happy about the leg. I most likely have to go pull up some drawings to make sure I can get the legs a little bit better. It's kind of off, but I think the upper torso is good. The hand placements are good. The skunks are perfect, and the money flying in the air is what I want for this shot. So there will be some pinups, not too many in this story, but you guys will have a lot of action poses, a lot of fun. It's gonna be go go go. You're not gonna see Skunk Girl sitting at a counter talking about food and eating. There ain't nothing like that in this book. All right, so it's gonna be fun. Back to the old comics, and I'll go read off the last of the chat, and then Tank will give his spiel before we go. Okay, so the last thing is Mighty Geek said the misses are your lessons. I sent, okay, you read that. Mighty Geek said he had a degree in graphic design. I'm surprised that John isn't working for Marvel. Hey, Mighty Geek wants you to go work for Marvel. I don't think John wants to work for Marvel anymore. I wouldn't mind working for Marvel if Comicscape takes over Marvel. That would be awesome. We would have really good comics. John Dillard said, I still take everything personally, but I've never been rejected. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Put that up. I put that up same day. Okay. Thanks, MGS, Mighty Geek Studio. I think uh, Mighty Geek Studio say you take every shit job that comes your way. That's pretty much. I mean, if you need money, you take whatever job comes your way. And Mighty Geek says, Manny, are you trying to bring back the bad girl genre? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Um,
Oh yeah, don't you
yeah.
know it, baby?
Yes. I mean, I need to make my video of my art portfolio from about 15 years ago, you know, and it's all beautiful women, awesome stuff that the SJWs and feminists are gonna hate me for, but you guys are gonna love it. And you know what? That's all that matters because you guys buy my stuff. You guys will buy my stuff. The SJWs and the feminists aren't gonna buy my stuff. So why should I listen to them? Right, Tank?
That's right.
Why should I listen to somebody that's not going to buy my stuff? I need to play to my audience. They're into what I like. I'm going to give them what they want. That's for sure.
Exactly. That's called knowing your customer base.
Exactly. And even if you guys don't buy what I put out there, you guys are going to enjoy it anyways. You know.
It's some solid Sun Tzu, my friend.
I
Some
don't listen to
solid
you.
Sun Tzu.
I don't listen to you, Pope Raven. I know you secretly love Skunk Girl.
Lover.
She loves her. You're a closeted Skunk Girl fan. So I thank you all for coming tonight. I'll give this over to Tank to say what he wants to say before we leave the stream tonight. Tell everybody where we can find Tank.
Well, thank you for having me on, Manny. I had so much fun. I missed my bedtime. Uh,
I
you
did too.
guys can you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon at Tank Barrett Art. Patreon is under construction, but there will be physical rewards for every tier. The dollar tier will be every other month, just because postage and whatnot, but still a physical tier for $2. You can get some artwork in your hands. So do consider it. At least dropping a dollar in the tip jar.
Awesome.
And I hope you all have a wonderful morning, day, or whatever it is you may be having.
Okay. And I do have Tank's YouTube channel in the links below the video. I have John Dillard's uh, channel and also Cross Comics. And you can find Good Dog Press on DeviantArt, on YouTube, and on Twitter. And I thank you all for spending the evening with us. And I hope you had an enjoyable night and you were entertained. Come back tomorrow. I will be here again, with my skunk girl and my little skunks. So thank you all and good night and aloha.
Aloha.